Blog Talk Radio.
Here we go. Blast off.
This is True Capitalist Radio. True Capitalist Radio.
I am your host, the man they call Ghost.
The badass of business.
Give him capitalism or give him death.
That's it. Period.
Broadcasting from his Skyline office studios in beautiful downtown Austin, Texas.
You sound fruitier than a box of Fruit Loops, for Christ's sake.
And now, he'll take it from here. Your host, the prognosticator of prognosticators, the man they call Ghost.
How's it going, folks? And thank you for tuning in with me to another edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. This is episode number 438. Jesus Christ, I'm going backwards here. It is episode number 438 for all the folks that are keeping track of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And before we get into anything else, I'd like for everybody to please spread it around like wildfire. Now, you got to please excuse me, folks. My voice is kind of in and out because of last week's, I don't even want to talk about last week, but because of last week, my voice is kind of going in and out thanks to the damn troll terrorists and cyber vermin out here in the internets. So with that being said, please bear with me. But please spread it around like wildfire and let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house. And we are live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And it is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And, of course, if you have not done so, please follow me on Twitter, folks. The Twitter name to follow is PoliticsGhost. All one word, no underscores. PoliticsGhost is the name to follow. Now, I hope everybody had a good weekend. And let me tell you, if you had a decent weekend, it got even better because Donald Trump is now the president of the United States. The capitalist revolution has taken control of state power, and Trump is not wasting any time. Not wasting any time whatsoever to start signing executive orders, kicking ass, taking names. I'm telling you, it's the return of man out here. It's the return of man. Anyway, with that being said, folks, let's get right into the markets before we start getting into the crux of the broadcast. We are going to talk about the markets. Then we're going to talk about some of the things that Trump has, literally done within a blink of an eye and did not tell you. Within the first 100 days of his presidency, this is going to look like a totally different America. The capitalists have taken control of state power, and you can witness it right before your very eyes. The jobs are coming back. Businesses want to talk to America again. We are going to be the bastions of capitalism once again. Mark my words. Thank you, President Donald Trump. And not to mention, folks, we are going to dedicate the majority of this broadcast to that pathetic, disgusting, ridiculous woman's march on goddamn Washington. It wasn't just on Washington, folks. I don't know if you know, but most of the metropolises in America and a lot of the westernized world were literally smelling up like bad salmon because it looked like a congregation of uglies and fatties getting together under the guise of this woman's march. It is the most ridiculous, disgusting, pathetic movement I had ever seen since Occupy Wall Street. And let me tell you something. I thought Occupy Wall Street was a piece of trash. This takes the cake, all right? And not only have women embarrassed themselves, they've embarrassed this country, And we're going to dedicate the majority of the damn conversation about this. All right, so be looking forward to that here in the second hour, because I want to hear what you have to say. If you happen to know a woman that partook in this damn march or is pro-woman's march or whatever, I challenge you, please give me a call right goddamn now. 563-999-3791. We're going to dedicate the majority of it. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not kidding. Makes me sick, man. Anyway, with that being said, let's just go ahead and get to the markets. Now, we're going to see some downturn in the market here, and it happened right after Donald Trump signed an executive order. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Everything that I said was going to happen is happening now. Donald Trump, executive order, America is no longer obliged to the TPP. We're not even going to consider it. He shit-canned it, for lack of a better term, wiped his capitalist derriere with it, and by God, it's about time. So because of that, you had a lot of foreign investors who were invested in American markets selling off today based on that news. Why, I have no idea, but what I need people to realize is that we're going to see some bumps on the road as it pertains to this transition into American production again, but it isn't going to take very long. I mean, within the first year, we're going to start seeing the repercussions of the capitalists and their economic strategies come to fruition. We are going to see jobs, and not just any kind of jobs, high-paying jobs that people can have integrity to wake up and go to work to, that have the ability for one to obtain materials and nice cars and nice homes and still be able to have enough money to be able to save or expendable income. I mean, this is the kind of economy we need to create in this country again. That's why America first, making America great again, buy American, sell American, produce American. I'm all for it. I hope that you're all for it, folks. I'm hyped. The jobs are coming back into America. And let me tell you something, folks. Trump is hitting the ground running. He's hitting the goddamn ground running. Anyway, before we get into Trump news, let's get into the stock market. Once again, we're seeing a decrease in the stock market because of the TPP executive order to no longer oblige it as far as America is concerned. It's history. No more TPP. I mean, do you remember when Obama tried to, make some sort of a joke about it on Jimmy Fallon? I mean, literally selling America's economic sovereignty in this stupid international agreement called the TPP. He was out here on Jimmy Fallon trying to make a joke. Remember? Are you down with TPP? I mean, Jesus Christ. Anyway, listen, that's the past. I don't even want to talk about Obama anymore. I don't even want to see his disgusting Taliban marathon runner-looking face. I don't even want to talk about him anymore. But anyway, TPP is gone, and it's affected the markets, and that's the bottom line. Let's go ahead and get to stocks, shall we? And we're going to see a gradual decrease because, as I stated, there is nothing justifying these high-index composite averages here, other than the fact that everybody who has money and who has a bunch of it from all the printing that has been done in the Federal Reserve and the government, I mean, they're stashing that money here. And that's really what this is reflected, because there's no profits justifying these index averages. There's no forecasted profits justifying it. All right? So that's all there is to it. And you're going to see a gradual decrease as far as I'm concerned as more and more earnings come out. And I said this was going to happen in December, November, and so on. So let's go ahead and read what happened today. Even though for some reason at the end of the day the investors decided to start buying into the markets, but who the hell knows? And not to mention, folks, this lack of volume in this market is not making it conducive for pattern or day trading. That's why I did not suggest any stock today, because there's no reading this market because of the lack of volume. And because there's no buyers in this market, any kind of tentative news, any kind of momentum on a chart could potentially cause dramatic dips and dramatic waves that cannot be measured. That cannot be measured. So with that being said, when you pattern trade in this type of an environment, it's pretty much a freaking lottery ticket. That's really what it is. I mean, when you can't gauge the buyers in the market because there's a lack thereof, and the buyers that are in the market can technically manipulate the actual price of the shares itself by default because they're the only buyers in the market, I just don't like that. So I didn't trade today. I didn't suggest any kind of stock today because as far as pattern trading is concerned, this lack of volume is not conducive to pattern trade. All right? I mean, this is not conducive to pattern trade. So anyway, with that being said, let's go ahead and get to the markets. The Dow Jones Industrials, folks, is down today 27.40 points, a percentage decrease of 0.14%, closing out the Dow Jones Industrials at 19,799.85 points for the Dow Jones Industrial. We've got the S&P 500 also down today, folks, 6.11 points. A percentage decrease of a percentage decrease of 0.27%. Jesus Christ. Closing out the S&P at 2,265.20 points for the S&P 500. Now, like I said, you're seeing a gradual decrease as days go by. And not even a little bit of economic news or a decent numbers coming out from a given company can even fuel a rally in this market. It's so deflated. There is a lack of buyers in this market, folks, and it's a little dangerous to be pattern trading in this context. That's why plays that need to be made as far as this market is concerned, they need to be made in a weekly or potentially a monthly type of play situation in which you're calculating buying a share today and hope that it actually goes up within the next week or 2 weeks or month. And, of course, there's a lot of variety of factors to factor in on whether or not those plays are feasible given a stock. You have to base it on earnings. You have to base it on, 52-week lows and highs. You got to base it on potential earnings. You got to base it on potential there's a variety of different factors there. But it can be done, and these are the types of investments right now that people need to be eyeballing if you're trying to short-term trade in this market. It's just too low volume. It's too dangerous. I mean, you could think that you're catching a dip, and before you know it, it dips even harder. I mean, have you seen some of these dips today in some of these? I'm not joking around. I don't even want to go over it because I didn't trade in the market today, and I'm glad I didn't. Anyway, let's get to the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is down today, folks, 2.39 points, a percentage decrease of 0.04%, closing out the NASDAQ at 5,552.95 points for the NASDAQ composite. Once again, just a gradual decrease, lack of volume. I mean, I hope that you folks are starting to realize that we ain't going to hit 20,000 Dow Jones Industrials, all right? We're now at the 19.7 mark, all right? We were just hitting, about a week and a half ago, 19.9, flirting with the 20,000. I told you we're not going to get to 20,000. Now we're seeing the gradual decrease because people are starting to read the writing on the wall that, this bubble's about to burst here in the stock market. They want to hold some cash. Now, with cash, I want to let everybody know right now, because Donald Trump's administration sees the writing on the wall, they're starting to approach the idea of reissuing an American currency backed by a gold or silver standard. And the reason is this, folks. What's happening right now in the oil market is very precarious. We have OPEC, who recently agreed to a production cut with the hopes of increasing the value of oil. The problem is one of the key players of OPEC who organized the production cut, Saudi Arabia, isn't cutting production. And that means that oil is not as scarce of a commodity anymore as it used to be. And when you have the United States of America wanting to open up its oil production capabilities, that means that world trading, as it pertains to the oil trading markets, are no longer going to be relevant to the point where the petrodollar is going to be backed up by it. So let me explain to you what the petrodollar is for all you folks that really have a hard time comprehending all this economic stuff. The petrodollar, folks, is the dollar that you hold in your pocket if you're in the United States. All right, it is the petrodollar, the U.S. fiat currency. You see, in the 70s, Richard Nixon took the United States currency off of a gold standard and renegotiated that particular currency to be backed up by the sale of oil. Now, how is that possible? Well, the fiat currency that is the United States dollar, it has been agreed to by all world traders of oil that the exclusive currency to purchase oil will be the United States dollar. And from 1973, 74 onward, the United States dollar has been dependent on that particular strategy and agreement.
Calling the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA simply a compact SUV is like describing a cathedral as just 4 walls and a ceiling. The GLA is both a beautiful work of design and one of the most functional SUVs in its class, and it's available at an exceptional price. Why drive any compact SUV when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA? Visit MBUSA.com/GLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
So once again, our United States dollar is not backed up by anything. It is a paper fiat currency, and the only reason that it has value is because the individuals or the actors on the world stage that produce oil use the United States dollar exclusively to purchase oil. And that's what creates the value of the U.S. dollar. Now, with that being said, folks, we're starting to see lowering prices in the oil sector. And the reason is because the oil traders are starting to see the writing on the wall that there's an overproduction of oil. Oil's being found all over the place. There's new technology to drill for oil now. This idea of OPEC taking control and being able to regulate the price independently is over. And with that being said, as the price of oil goes down lower and lower, that's it for our dollar. Our U.S. dollar is destroyed. I mean, if we start seeing, and that's why, folks, when we started seeing barrels of oil going down to about $29, that was a bad sign, because that puts in jeopardy the integrity of our fiat currency. All right, because our fiat currency is dependent on the continuous trade of oil at high to mid-range prices. And if the world producers are no longer making these large sums of money and no longer utilizing the U.S. currency as the only means to trade oil on the world market, then that's it for the dollar. Now, being the capitalists that the Trump administration has comprised, they see this coming. They see this coming. So what may happen, folks, and it may happen at the end of this year, maybe next year. I'm not really too sure. There's a lot of factors. One of the main factors is the Federal Reserve. Another factor is the oil, the oil market itself, whether it crashes, whether we start opening up our oil production and we bring down the cost of oil. There's a lot of factors going on. But there's going to be, at some point, a reissuance of currency under a gold standard. Now, there's a double-edged sword with that. The double-edged sword is this. First of all, this should tell you that you should buy gold and silver right now. And you're seeing it reflected in the precious metals prices today. All right? And even, I am a full buyer on gold and silver. As a matter of fact, I'm so bullish right now. I'm trying to accumulate as much as I possibly can. Not just physical gold and silver, gold producer stocks, silver producer stocks, ETFs, ETNs. I am bullish on gold and silver in the long term. That's why George Soros, even though he's technically on paper lost lots of money because of the dip in gold and silver prices, he knows in the long term that there's going to be a certain level of uncertainty based upon the petrodollar, fiat currency, and the crash of oil prices. That's why this guy purchased such huge amounts of gold mining stocks, of actual physical gold ETNs, ETFs. This guy knows what he's doing. He's not a moron. All right? So as far as I'm concerned, I am bullish here on gold and silver. You may see some fluctuations, but in the end, when Donald Trump opens the production of oil to American production, we are going to see a dramatic drop in oil that we've never seen before, and that's going to crash our dollar. And what's even going to be even better is that when we transfer our currency from a fiat currency to a gold or silver-backed currency, anybody who owns these gold and silver stocks, physical gold and silver ETFs, ETNs, they're going to go up the roof. Because now, when we read the gold and silver prices, it's not a gauge on whether or not our dollar is worth good or valuable or not. Now the price of gold and silver will technically mean how much those dollars are worth in your pocket. You see, today, if I read to you the price of silver and gold, that price of silver and gold, because it's going higher, means that the value of the fiat currency of the dollar is going lower based upon the fact that people right now are exchanging their American currency for either foreign currencies, Bitcoin, reinvesting in stocks, or foreign investors right now no longer want to cash out in U.S. currency. There's a lot of factors in why we're seeing a decrease in the value of the dollar. Now, with that being said, there's a double-edged sword with having a gold currency because unlike a fiat currency, all right, unlike a fiat currency here, what we're going to witness is we're going to see a lot less dollars circulated within the American economy, which is going to make it a lot harder, per se, to be able to generate wealth because of the fact that every dollar is going to be produced has to be backed up by some level of metal that is, being held somewhere in this country. Now, I've got somebody in the chat room here in the inner circle. It says, so what's going to happen first, stock market correction or dollar crash? I mean, seriously, if you guess wrong, you get screwed. Unfortunately, the dollar crashing could help anybody who is invested in the market. If the dollar crashes, obviously stocks go through the roof. Now, you're going to see a reactionary type of situation where people are going to sell, but they can't accept American dollars if they're selling their American stocks. They're going to have to hopefully get paid in some other currency. So a dollar crash actually by default brings up the cost of everything. That's why an issuance of a currency, of a gold-backed currency, is going to happen. Now, what's going to happen first? In my opinion, it's going to be the market correction. It's going to be the market correction, and then once the market corrects, that's when we're going to see the initial eroding of the credibility of the fiat currency. But before that happens, what the Trump administration is planning on doing is incrementally rolling out a gold-backed, silver-backed currency. So by the time that the American currency falters, much of the gold and silver-backed currency will already be in circulation so that it can offset any potential damage that could incur. I mean, it's still going to be damage, but it could potentially offset the damage that could incur as it pertains to a fallen currency. Because it's going to fall, unfortunately. I mean, our American dollar is tied to the sale of oil on the world market. And if the goddamn oil is going to go down the tubes because there's too many people producing it, and moreover, there's too much production, there's too much, oil is not as scarce, obviously, as people thought. And as a result, the price is going to go down, and our dollar is going to be pretty much meaningless. So there's a lot to look forward to here. So I would strongly advise everybody to just be careful. All right, be careful out here. But I still think that fiat cash is king here for at least the next 2 to 3 quarters. So that's why I'm sitting on my fiat cash here for the next 2, possibly 3 quarters. But as we start seeing this oil crash one more again because of not just other producers being on the world market and not even OPEC obliging their own oil production cuts, we're going to have America. We're going to have America producing oil itself, which will bring down the cost of oil because we're the main consumers of oil. We're the main consumers of oil from these OPEC countries. If we don't go and purchase from them anymore, well, then, what happens? What happens to the petrodollar? I mean, this is just simple economics, and I can read the writing on the wall, and so do the capitalists that are in the Trump administration. But as I stated, folks, fiat currency, at least the petrodollar, is still bullish as far as I'm concerned here for the next 2 quarters, possibly 3 quarters. But the reason I'm saying bullish is because you want to keep that fiat cash so when you start seeing that market correction, which I believe we're starting to see it incrementally now, that's when you can start going into the market. And by the time the fiat currency crashes, you've already purchased equity in stocks, which, that's actual equity in the company, which offsets any potential crash in a fiat currency because you own. It's not you have paper money. You own. You know what I'm saying? So I would advise everybody right now, if you have the traditional, what I used to say, 10 to 15% of your portfolio comprised of gold and silver type assets, I would increase that right now, in my opinion, to at least 25% or 30% of your portfolio. All right? At least. And I'm talking an all-encompassing diversification of gold and silver. ETFs, ETNs, physical gold, physical silver, gold mining, silver mining stocks, this sort of thing. Because I see it, and as a matter of fact, that's why I reported a while back that George Soros spent, $2 billion investing in gold mining stocks, silver mining stocks, and that sort of thing. And a recent report kind of reported that he lost money, on paper that is. He lost money in his shares of the companies when Trump took office because we saw a major dip in gold prices. I mean, we saw it down to about $1,100 a troy ounce. Well, now it seems as if George Soros knows what he's talking about. Hey, he wouldn't be a billionaire if he didn't. I mean, he's a freaking evil idiot, but he wouldn't be a billionaire if he didn't. All right, so that's why I reported on that. That's why I said, hey, if George Soros is invested billions in gold and silver, he sees something, and I see it now too. Because the uncertainty of overproduction of oil is going to put in jeopardy the American currency, and that could happen within, like I said, the next 3 quarters. All right, like after 2 quarters, it could happen after 2 quarters. It's not going to be right away when people see it. I'm just telling you right now, this is what's going to happen, and you got to diversify accordingly. All right. Anyway, folks, let's get to the commodities here. As we stated, energy is going down. Well, with the exception of WTI sweet crude, we saw an increase there, and for some reason, I have no idea, but let's continue going. Energy here, WTI sweet crude is up today $1.05, a percentage increase of 2.04%, closing WTI sweet crude at $52.42 per barrel of WTI sweet crude. Once again, we can't break that $55, $56, $57 range. You had OPEC wanting to bring up these prices to about $65, $66, and it hasn't even gotten close. So that's why I'm saying, man, we're seeing some major uncertainty in the energy sector, to say the least. With that being said, the oil, WTI, just went down. With that just being said, you see that? It just went down. Now WTI is down 39 cents. So that's what I'm saying. It went up $1, and now it's down to 39 cents. Volatility. These people are day trading this crap now because they know It's a volatile, limited time commodity at this point in time to make any kind of profit. I mean, literally, I'm sitting here because commodities can trade for, they're traded all over the world, so the prices change all the time. Here it is. Look at this. It was up $1.05. It just changed, down 39 cents, a percentage decrease of 0.73%, closing out WTI at $52.83 per barrel of WTI sweet crude. Let's continue going. We got Brent crude oil down 11 cents today, a percentage decrease of 0.20%, closing out Brent crude at $55.38 per barrel of Brent crude, $55.38 per barrel of Brent crude. We got gasoline up today, 0.57%. Natural gas, the feast or famine commodity, natural gas is up 2.15% increase on the day, man. I'm telling you, 2.15 increase on the day. Let's continue going. We've got heating oil down today, 1.10% decrease on the day. Let's go ahead and get to metals, shall we? The metals! Let's get to the goddamn metals! Now, once again, we saw an increase in gold. Why? Because we saw a decrease in stocks, and we saw a decrease in the dollar as well because Trump killed this TPP agreement. I mean, it is dead on arrival, and it pissed off a lot of the international traders, especially that hold U.S. equities. So this is not good news for international business. I guess everybody's taking it the wrong way. Listen, we're trying to make America great making America great again over here. So please stop busting our balls. We don't want to be a part of some international agreement that robs every country that's a part of that agreement. It robs them of their economic sovereignty. Anyway, with that being said, let's go ahead and get to precious metals. Gold is up today, folks, $12.90. A percentage increase of 1.07%, closing out gold at $1,217.80 per troy ounce of gold. We've got silver up today, 22 cents, a percentage increase of 1.31%, closing out silver at $17.26 per troy ounce of silver. I mean, those are pretty good jumps here from one day to the next, 1.5, 1.31, and then you got gold at 1.07. You're going to start seeing a gradual increase in that as well, in my opinion. We've got copper also up today, 0.82%, and platinum up. I don't even know. I don't want to say it, but 0.01% for platinum. Who really trades this freaking commodity here, platinum? For Christ's sake, who buys it? I mean, I don't know. I can't really tell the difference between platinum and silver. I'm going to be honest with you. I can't tell the difference. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to agriculture. Let's get to grain, shall we? Now, because we're seeing some really weird ripple effects in the market, because this TPP agreement potentially means international trade, which comprises of commodities. I think that the commodities traders were spooked today that the TPP agreement being wiped off of America's agenda could potentially jeopardize the exports specifically within the agriculture arena, and it's reflected in today's prices of commodities. All right, let's go ahead and get to them. We've got corn down today, 0.07%. Wheat is up, folks. One of the few green areas in the commodity sector today, agriculture commodity sector today. It is up 1.17% increase on the day for wheat. We've got oats down today, 1.05% decrease for oats. Rough rice is down today, 0.20% decrease for rough rice. Soybean is also down today, 0.91% decrease for soybean. Soybean oil is also down today, 0.06%, and canola is down, 0.04% decrease for canola. Let's get to the soft, shall we? Now, weird things are happening in this particular arena of commodities. We're starting to see a lot of green, seldom red. Let me go ahead and read it down for you to kind of make you understand this. And I'll go each commodity to make you understand what I'm saying. Cocoa is up today, okay? Cocoa is up 1.17%. Now, why is cocoa up? Well, the United States is not the biggest producer of cocoa, so that should tell you one thing. And secondly, that means that, these particular commodities aren't going to be hit via the scrapping of the TPP agreement. Same with coffee. All right, coffee is up 1.44% increase on the day. Why? Because coffee really isn't made in America. You're starting to see a little bit of a correlation here. Let's get to sugar. Sugar is up today, 2.28% increase on the day for sugar. Why is sugar up? Sugar is not made in America. Starting to see a trend here? That's why I'm saying the grains were down today, because I'm sure that the commodities traders at the CME exchange were considering the fact that the TPP scrapping could potentially hurt exports, specifically these commodities, and it's reflected. It's reflected. Now, OJ, all right, which is produced in America, it is down 2.29% decrease on the day. Good God. Good God. Now, we are seeing an increase in cotton, folks. Cotton is up today 2.18%. And the reason we're seeing an increase in cotton is because, people still need to buy threads. It's the winter time in some aspects. People need to buy jackets and, booties and, long johns and all that other crap just so that they could get around out here. And, of course, that comprises the majority of the commodity of cotton. So it's up 2.18% increase on the day for cotton. Lumber is down today, folks, 1.23% decrease for lumber. Rubber is up 0.28% increase on the day for rubber. Ethanol is down today, 0.20% decrease for ethanol. Let's go ahead and continue going, shall we? Let's go to livestock. Now, livestock, some really, really bad news for livestock. I'm telling you, is nobody buying beef and pork anymore? Huh? Is everybody turning vegan? Is everybody turning fruit bowl out here? Anyway, live cattle, folks, it's up modestly today, 0.17% increase on the day. Cattle feeder is down today, 0.46% decrease on the day for cattle feeder. And lean hog is down, 1.02% decrease on the day for lean hog futures. And before we get, through with the markets here, I do want to emphasize that Bitcoin has taken a dramatic increase. And the reason it's taken a dramatic increase, folks, is because people are starting to witness that the currencies in the world today are not very stable. All right? They're not very stable, and the reason is because the governments and their economic policies and the central banks, they've made this bubble too big. They've overprinted money. The monetary policy that has been conducted by these central banks, just by the looks of it today, has been completely disgusting. So as a result, you've got a lot of people going to Bitcoin as a potential hedge against any of these crashing currencies. I don't think the euro is going to survive. And the only reason that it may survive is because Merkel is going to literally take control of the European Union like Hitler wished he could, and she's going to rule it, like my friend Tom in the Inner Circle says, with an iron fist. And what I particularly think he means by that is that Merkel is willing to literally militarize the EU and force the countries to oblige the EU's charter and all the damn things that the EU mandates on these nation states, regardless if the euro is a valid currency or not. I think that's exactly what's going to happen. That's why they're building an EU army right now. They're building an EU army right now. And that's the only thing that's going to keep the euro alive. The euro, I think it's gone. It's gone. I mean, the ECB is always talking about new stimuluses like every quarter. All right? I mean, the fiat of euro is just as bad of America. The only difference is it's happened at a more rapid pace. And not to mention, you've got these socialist countries that have overspent, that has put a lot of these, countries and their currencies, specifically even the euro, I mean, in jeopardy. I'm talking everywhere. I can't think of one stable currency out here. Maybe the Australian currency, and even then, I'm not even sure there. But, I mean, I'm just trying to think of the most stable currency out here right now. I can only think of the Australian currency at this point in time. I mean, everything else is all over the place. And that's why you've got China here in Davos, Switzerland here recently, calling for a world currency. Now, for you folks that don't know, there already is an attempt at trying to implement a world currency. For you folks that are unaware, the International Monetary Fund has already handing out a world currency note by the terminology called SDRs, okay? SDRs is called special drawing rights. Now, it sounds like a very generic name, but what it is the World Monetary Fund is giving out currency notes to those that practice this, global international monetary system that the International Monetary Fund is trying to initiate. They're trying to be the central bank of the world, let's be honest here, okay? They're issuing out special drawing rights, which is a world note that basically comprises percentages of different currencies. For instance, the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, can give a certain investor a special drawing rights notes, and each of these special drawing rights can comprise of like maybe 40% of U.S. currency, 10% of the euro currency, 8% of this currency. I mean, to the point where it comprises 100%, but it's fractionalized currencies comprised into one singular currency called, in a very generic name, special drawing rights. I mean, if you folks don't know, I think you people need to realize this is a legit world currency that's being distributed right now, and it is a prelude to an actual mandated, worldwide issued world currency. I mean, that's why they wanted all this TPP. That's why they want all these agreements. That's why they want to eliminate the nation states and set them up into unions. I mean, this is why. I mean, they're trying to get a globalist approach to, to actually issue this damn thing. Anyway, folks, with that being said, I just think that people need to realize we're headed down a weird path here economically, and it's now the United States against the world, all right, because even Britannia is obliging this damn international bureaucratic globalist system. Theresa May, I could read right through her goddamn language. This woman is an agent of the international bureaucrats. She's kicking the can down the road for Brexit. That's why she continues to push this garbage that she has to negotiate with the EU with this single market crap, when all Britannia needed to do was, once the vote was cast and Brexit came about, they should have just disbanded from the European Union, took the hit, because they initially took a hit anyway. The stock market crashed a bit out there in the FTSE. The pound sterling crashed a bit. They should have just let it. They should have just let it crash, and by right now, Britannia would be coming out of that particular economic uncertainty. But no. You had Theresa May kicking the goddamn can down the road, and here she was at Davos, Switzerland, championing the goddamn globalist economic system, out there championing the goddamn globalist idea. So, with all due respect to my friends in Britannia, I think that Brexit was for nothing. I'm serious. It was for nothing. And the reason I say that is that just take a look at the political system at this point in time in your country. Both the Tories and Labor are both Remain camps. All right. I mean, they're completely opposite politically, but they all agree that they need to stay in the European Union. The only one that doesn't was UKIP, and UKIP is a complete mess. It's a complete mess because after the initial driving force that organized UKIP, that particular organization behind Brexit, that was the single issue. Once that came to fruition, all of a sudden every faction of UKIP decided to internally fight amongst each other because they wanted to take the UKIP direction into a certain political philosophy. And that, my friends, is a reason why independent politics doesn't work. Independent politics does not work. And I feel bad for Britannia out here because there is no party that they can go to at this point in time that will fulfill Article 50, that will fulfill the people's will of Brexit. And I just think, as I stated, even though we've got Nigel Farage as America's friend, the government of Britannia wants to stay in the EU. They want to be a part of this globalist system. And I'm telling you this right now, it's America against the world. It's America against the world economically. Why do you think Donald Trump wants everything produced here? All right, he wants everything produced here so that our products are so badass and that we make Made in America mean something again, that people within the international community are going to demand for our products. And they're going to demand it at a premium price, much like America appreciates German craftsmanship while it's still around, before the Yehudis, kind of ruin that. But that's what Donald Trump is trying to do. And that's how we're going to create economy right here in this country. Production. That's what we need to do. And that's why Donald Trump is meeting today with some of the big businesses and trying to bring back more jobs to this country so we could produce something. Anyway, folks, that, my friends, is the markets for your ass. I hope that you all understand where I'm coming from here economically, because I know there's a lot of information I'm throwing at you guys here. But, hey, if capitalism was easy, everybody would be doing it, and it'd be communism, wouldn't it be? So that's why, as a capitalist, you got to take the information that I just gave you here and try to gauge what's the perfect way to navigate for your portfolio, for your life, for your net worth. I'm just here to give you strategies, man. I'm not telling anybody to do what I tell them. But whatever I suggest, I try to back it up with the actual facts. I try to back it up with financial substance, financial fundamentals. And to be honest with you, that's why I am fairly decent in prognosticating the future, if I don't say so myself. Anyway, all I'm saying is, folks, we just have to grin and bear it. I mean, to be honest with you, the Inner Circle members within the Inner Circle, we want to start a huge kind of a business, kind of like the kind of like an investment group. And I've been telling them that what we need to do is we need to not only wait for Trump's tax plan, we need to wait and see what the hell's going to happen as it pertains to the economic uncertainty that I know is going to happen. So with that being said, folks, I mean, there's still a lot of things to be searched. There's still a lot of things to be watched, and there's a lot of things to consider as it pertains going into the future. But I am confident that the capitalists that have taken control of state power they are going to change this country. And let me tell you, when we start being successful as a country, mark my words, okay? When we start becoming a success independently as a country on the world market, don't be surprised if the globalists try to initiate a war with America, whether it be through China, whether it be through Europe, whatever the case might be. Because that is kind of like how they took Germany in World War II. I don't want to get into a history lesson here, But when Germany in World War II, when the Nazis took power, they were dealing with a horrific economy, and because they decided to kind of eliminate the idea of foreign investment and started being less dependent on imports and started producing and actually selling exports, within a couple of years, the Nazis and their strategy brought 3 million, 4 million people back to work. And to be honest with you folks, had Hitler died in 1938, everybody would have thought of him as a great leader in history. I'm not joking around. Now, what changed from 1938 to what ended up making him be the big, bad, evil, fascist boogeyman, which, it's obvious like he wasn't a great character, but nobody during World War II was. Everybody who acted in World War II was an utter, disgusting, belligerent, idiot, self-absorbed asshole who utilized human life to show how big their pricks were. Okay? Now, what happened was, folks, is when Hitler decided to start producing on his own and literally went against the central bank system, that's when all of a sudden he started getting a lot of backlash from the international community itself. All right? He got, a lot of backlash, and as a result, a lot of things started happening. There was a Jewish boycott, a national Jewish boycott against German goods that first initially Hitler negotiated with, because the Jewish boycott on outgoing exports of German goods would have hurt the economy that Hitler was trying to create through his National Socialism. Now, for you folks that don't know what National Socialism is, it is a means of political and economic philosophy that keeps the means of production in the hands of private hands, but Hitler dictated what was going to be produced. So even though, it was private enterprise that produced everything, Hitler was basically the man that, or the Nazi Party, I should say, would be the people that dictated what was being produced. That's the essence of National Socialism. Now, with that being said, folks, I don't want to get into a history lesson on World War II. I'm just saying that I'm seeing a lot of eerily similar situations that happened to this, to Germany post Hitler election to 1938. That's when the international community started becoming belligerent on Hitler. Because remember, lest we forget, Hitler signed all these agreements. Hitler signed the Warsaw Pact. Hitler signed an agreement with England. As a matter of fact, the king and queen went down to Germany to meet Hitler, for heaven's sake. All right? So all I'm simply stating is we may see some belligerency as it pertains to the international globalists, the people that are trying to globalize a system under their central control. You see, what Donald Trump's trying to do is trying to make us an independent entity of capitalism that doesn't need the bureaucratic system of globalism. And you see, with that being said, it seems as if history is repeating itself, because this is eerily similar to what happened post-election of the post-Nazi election. And I'm not trying to say Hitler is a Nazi, because, obviously the Nazis had different rhetoric, they had a different agenda, they had different racial politics, so on and so forth. But what I'm talking about similar is that Hitler's production and his economics are going against the grain of the international order, and if it's successful like Hitler's economy was, I particularly believe that we are going to get some potential backlash from the globalists, and we could potentially be, kind of goaded into a war. We could potentially be goaded into a war as far as I'm concerned. And the reason I say this, folks, is because I'm starting, hey, listen to me. I have never, ever said anything about Zionism or any, as a matter of fact, that's such a touchy subject, I try not even talk about it, okay? But I have to say this. I think that we're going down a very scary path when they're now starting to say that anybody who is against globalism is anti-Semitic. Anybody who's against central banks is anti-Semitic. Now, all of a sudden, I'm starting to hear that rhetoric, and that rhetoric is very, very dangerous. All right? That is a very, very dangerous rhetoric, and whoever's using it, and let me tell you, the only people that could use it obviously have to be Jewish. You guys are doing yourself a very big disservice by suggesting that those that are against globalism, those that are against the central bank are anti-Semitic. That is a very dangerous game you guys are playing because with all due respect, you're nullifying any potential dangers, any potential hardships, tragedies, holocausts that have happened to you in the past by suggesting that anyone who is against an economic bureaucratic system is anti-Semitic. So I think it's a very dangerous game. And listen, it's not like the whole Jewish race or Benjamin Netanyahu is saying this or anything to that capacity. But we are hearing it from the neocons, you know, these people that organize the neoconservative movement. We're hearing it from certain leftist Jewish business owners. And let me tell you something. This is very dangerous, and I don't like it. And that's why I'm bringing this forward today in an intellectual manner, that what we are seeing here today as Donald Trump is trying to make America an independent production entity within the international community so that we can sell our products in the world market so that we can make our country great again. This is going to be a successful experiment. The problem is much like what happened to Germany, Germany fixed its economy. I mean, they were up to full employment. They were booming economically. And in the midst of that, it seemed as if that outside forces didn't want the German model or the German success, that they can independently operate outside of the international system. This was a threat to that international system, and if we truly recognize the truth behind World War II, it had nothing to do with race, it had nothing to do with anything other than economics. And the globalists at that time saw Nazi Germany as a threat to its economic order, much like right now Donald Trump is a threat to the international economic order. So that's why I'm saying I don't like where this is going, and I think that Jewish folks all across the world right now need to be denouncing other Jews that are claiming that globalism and those that are against globalism are anti-Semitic, those that are against central banks are anti-Semitic. That game ain't going to fly. I want to be completely honest with you, and believe me, I am sympathetic to the Jewish plight, but this argument is not going to fly, especially with somebody who has compassion for oppressed peoples like myself. And with that being said, I don't want to discuss this any longer, but I do not like this rhetoric we're going down now that Donald Trump is in office. If you're against globalism, you're anti-Semitic. You're against central banks, you're anti-Semitic. This is not right. This is not appropriate. This is ridiculous. And that's all I'm going to say about it. But I can't believe I'd ever thought I'd ever have to even acknowledge and say this on the show. But it is getting ridiculous. I mean, I am against globalism. I am not anti-Semitic. As I've stated, I have shown sympathy to the Jewish plight. But, I mean, as I stated, I mean, whether it's true or not, whether it's a small group of Jewish folks that are saying this or not, with all due respect to my Jewish brethren, you're legitimizing these idiots like David Duke, all right? You're legitimizing idiots like Richard Spencer. You're legitimizing these people. And these people are the fringe of the right-wing political perspective. So you're legitimizing these people.
Calling the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA simply a compact SUV is like describing a cathedral as just 4 walls and a ceiling. The GLA is both a beautiful work of design and one of the most functional SUVs in its class, and it's available at an exceptional price. Why drive any compact SUV when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA? Visit MBUSA.com/GLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
So anyway, with that being said, I'm not going to say anything more about it. All I'm simply stating is once we start going down this rabbit hole that globalism is anti-Semitic, that is dangerous, and that's just not just dangerous for the Jewish folks. That's dangerous for the world. That's dangerous for the world. Anyway, folks, my apologies. Let me continue going here. We are now in the second hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, and of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. Before we move on, I want to go ahead and ask everybody to please spread it around like wildfire, and let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house. And we are live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, and it is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And before we move into anything else, I'd like for everybody to please follow me on Twitter. The Twitter name to follow is PoliticsGhost. All one word, no underscores. PoliticsGhost is the name to follow. Now, with that being said, I know we've ran off a little bit off time here, so let's go ahead and get to some Twitter shout-outs here. And, of course, if you want a Twitter shout-out, all you've got to do is retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account, and the tweet to retweet is True Capitalist Radio Live. That's True Capitalist Radio Live, and if you retweet that tweet, I will give you a Twitter shout-out live right here on the broadcast, right here and now. Hey, engineer, do we got any Twitter shout-outs to be had here? All right, well, let's go ahead and get to some Twitter shout-outs right now. All right, who do we got here? We got Cuck Lives Matter. What's going on, man? Who else do we have? I'm not saying that name. Fidget My Midget, AL the Game Freak, Windows and Doors in the House. Who else do we have, for Christ's sake, man? We've got Loria Bay. What's going on? Trump's TPP. Jesus. Stupid idiot. Trump's TPP. Hey, assholes, that was a fake report. That was a fake Russian dossier. Jesus Christ, give me the mic. And look at this. I read the next one. The Trans-Pacific, they put a pair of balls on TPP. They put a pair of balls on TPP. What the Jesus? You know what? Give me a break, man. Give me a break. The trans TPP. Anyway, we got the 727 caller. We've got True Alt Facts Radio. What the hell does that mean? We got Archaean Pup, whatever the hell that means. Twilly Atkins. We got White House Lemonade. Look, shut up with that crap. Please shut up. We got Vivian HD in the place. We got Man Bear Pig Joe. What's going on? Remington in the place. Diaper Waffle. What the hell is that supposed to mean? Diaper Waffle. We got the Smiler in the place. What's going on? We got 3.2 million empty kitchens. Was that the estimated amount of women that were out there smelling up every goddamn city like bad salmon? Is that it? It was 3.2 million fatties and uglies across the country that were out there, smelling up the whole goddamn city like a bad period. I'm serious, man. I mean, this is it, 3.2 million fatties and uglies. Oh, God, no kidding. Look, we're going to talk about that later on here in the later part of the second hour here because, I mean, these women, man, I'm telling you, these broads, they're an embarrassment, all right? They're an embarrassment. Anyway, who else do we have here? I'm not going to say that disgusting name, for Christ's sake. I know what you guys are trying to do, you milky lickers. Anyway, we got OM4 Shanti. Who else do we have? We got DJ Boyfriends. Smooth Capitalist in the house. Fitz Starts Podcast. We got a lot of podcasters retweeting the broadcast, and I want to say, hey, what's going on to everybody who is in the fellow podcast and podcasting hashtags? What's going on? You're listening to the king of podcasters right here, if I don't say so myself. Anyway, who else do we have here? We got None of Your Beeswax. Yeah, real funny idiot. Who else we got here? We got Washington Cattle Drive. Oh, man, we got Supa in the place. The Brony Network. We got, I'm not saying that disgusting name, for Christ's sake. We got the Base Lord in the house. Luxury Glory Hole. Luxury Glory Hole? What the hell does that say? Solid gold, diamond-encrusted glory hole. Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ! You goddamn guys are sick! That's freaking sick, man! Oh, Jesus, that's just goddamn sick. Oh, give me the freaking... Give me the mic! Give me the goddamn mic, man. I mean, that's luxury glory hole. I'm you fruit bowl bastards, man. We got Sergeant Yoda in the house. What's going on to Sergeant Yoda? Once again, if you want a Twitter shout-out, retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account, and the tweet to retweet is True Capitalist Radio Live, baby. We've got Latvian Women March. Yeah, there was actually women waddling their fat asses around out there in Latvia, too. I mean, they're all over the world, in the westernized world, waddling their fat asses around talking about how they're special because they have a rotten snatch or something. I don't know, for Christ's sake. Anyway, who else do we have here? We got the front butt. Oh, man, did you all see that fat, disgusting slob that looked like she had her ass on backwards? I actually retweeted a picture of that disgusting, despicable slob. And this, look, we're going to talk about that later, all right? We'll talk about that later. BJ's for Inner Circle. Oh, man, no. Come on, no. Stop fruiting it up. Stop fruiting up, seriously, man. Who else do we have here, for Christ's sake, man? Tomos Albenstein? Tomos Albin? I know what you mean by that, you son of a... Shut up your ass! Tomos Albenstein? Look, assholes, all right? I am not a Jew! I am not a Jew! I don't know how many times I got to tell you that crap. Jesus Christ, you're going to make me curse. You hear that? You almost made me curse. I'm not a Jew, ass cracks, all right? I use yarmulkes for coffee filters. Enough of this crap. Give me the mic. I'm not a Jew, ass crack, all right? Like I said, I use yarmulkes for coffee filters, so shut up. Anyway, we got, what is this? The Omni Raider in the house. Ghost in a Stretcher? Oh, yeah? Ghost in a stretcher? Why don't you come over here and try to put me in a stretcher, you piece of crap? Huh? Why don't you come over here and try to do that? See if your ass don't get kicked into dog meat, boy. Jesus Christ. We got Green Leader in the place. What's going on for Green Leader? We got Pickles for Ghost. Is that, what the hell is that? Is that a pickle boy? Great. That's just great. Jesus Christ. It's time to stop Ghost. It's time to stop Ghost. Stop me from what? Stop me from what? Time to stop Ghost. You just stop these nuts. That's where you can stop, you moron. Jesus Christ, man. Soros 1 million, Trump 0. You son of a... Shut up! You shut your mouth! Okay, so what? Soros, he funded the stupid Million Woman March, and what was it, 3.2 million fatties and uglies went all across the country smelling up the whole goddamn city like tuna, all right? Okay, great. Very funny. Ha, ha, ha. Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. Give me the... Jesus Christ. Oh, my God, man. And look, here's Distilling Penis. That's great. Oh, my God. We got what is this? ISIS is booming. Oh, yeah, no kidding. ISIS is booming. Did you see General Mattis, first day at the job at the Defense Department, blows up ISIS? You know, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, man. Beached whale epidemic. Yeah, no kidding, man. You know what I'm talking about. We got Ann and the Wizard. What's going on to Ann and the Wizard? Who else do we have here? Once again, just retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account. I'll give you a damn Twitter shout-out live right here on the broadcast. It's as simple as that. I'm not saying, man, you guys are getting sicker with these goddamn names, for Christ's sake. Ghost's Panda Persona. Shut up. Barron went PP on TPP. Man, shove it up your... Damn it! Look, shut up! Leave Barron Trump alone! You goddamn leftist sons of bitches trying to go after Donald Trump's son. You leave him alone! Son of a bitch. Give me a freaking break. Give me the mic. Give me the mic! You guys are freaking sick. Look, I'm only going to take a couple of more of these, and that's it. That's it! We've got Capitalist Excalibur. We got the TCR Discord chat. I want to say what's going on to the inner circle chat as well. We got Poop Ziegler. Ghost will not divide us. What the hell does that mean, Ghost will not divide us? You stupid idiot. Remove hijab. Yeah, no kidding, remove hijab. We got Exara Hawks in the house. What's going on? We got JB Scott. What's going on, man? How you doing? I'm not going to say that disgusting name. Go shove it up your ass. Listen, stop it with these sick-ass names, all right? This is what I get for trying to be interactive on the internets. Ghost's Bunny Hole. What the fuck? Shut up! Good God. Disco likes diapers? No, please, no, I don't want, no more pamper crap. That's the last thing we need. That's the last thing we goddamn need. That's the last thing we need. Yeah. Who brought sandwiches? Yeah, no kidding. Who brought sandwiches, for Christ's sake? Who brought the sandwiches? Hey, broads, out there at the Women's March, the Millions Women's March, bring me a ham sandwich. Bring me a ham sandwich. And by the way, why don't you take off the hijab so I could use it to clean my hands and my ass? How you like that, you stupid, dumb broads? Get back in the kitchen where you belong. Anyway, with that being said, who else do we got here? We got Artron Havoc in the house, the San Hambonio shooter. Oh yeah, I don't even want to talk about that, for Christ's sake. I told you San Hambonio is a freak show out here, man. You take your life in your own hands just going to the goddamn mall out here in this sick, disgusting, despicable city. It's horrible. Hey, San Antonio city government, I want my money back. I want my money back. Anyway, we got the TCR Steam chat. Who else do we have here, for Christ's sake? Scarlet Moon. Listen, no more pamper stuff, all right? I don't want to hear no pamper crap, all right? The last thing we need, you don't understand. I write stories that are great about incontinence, and shut up! Why don't you just shut up? Anyway, we got True Pinochet Radio. Yeah, no kidding, right? That's what we need. That's what we need. MILF Monday. Oh, shut up. Stupid old broads. Can't you just realize that you're old now? You're old, all right? You're not going to get a young buck outside of paying for all his crap, and that's all there is to it. You're not going to have a young buck, that's going to serenade you from the goddamn window. You're not going to have a young buck that's going to be sitting here romancing you, all right? The only way that you're going to get the high hard one from a young buck is if you actually go and pay for it, you dumb old broad, no matter how old you are. So shut up. The Million DC Pig March. Yeah, no kidding. Lawrence of Arabia. Lawrence of Arabia. He's an English guy. He came to fight the Turkish. We got Pendulum Magic, Smooth Capitalist, Make Ghost Fly. Make Ghost Fly? What the hell are you talking about, you idiot? Shut up! All right, listen to me. I think I've had about enough of this. I'm already looking at these. Look at this. Trump Pacific Piss. Trump Pacific Piss. You know what? Shove it up your ass. Shove it up your ass! Trump Pacific Piss. You shut up. How about you drink some Kentucky Fried Chicken piss? You sick, twisted, perverted trolls. Good God. That's it, man. I'm done with freaking Twitter shout-outs today, for Christ. I'm done. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. Oh, my God. I've had about enough. All right, what's going on to Raiden Snake? How you doing, man? What's going on to Veteran Capitalist? I mean, jeez, for Christ's sake. Anyway, with that being said, all right, let's go ahead and let me go ahead and take a sip of this drink, folks, because, I mean, give me a break with what's going on here. All right, give me a break, all right? I mean, I'm just trying to do a show here, you know what I'm saying? And this is what happens when you try to do a show and you try to make it interactive, and this is the kind of crap you get. So for all you people that are finding me on podcast and podcasting hashtags, this is the kind of crap you get. All right? I mean, you know what I don't like about podcasting? All right, I'll tell you what. They make it seem so, great looking. You know, they make it seem like, oh, look at me. I'm just sitting back, and I'm having a comfortable little conversation with people with my nice little fruity-ass microphone. And, yeah, people actually care about what I have to say. No, they don't, okay? No, they don't. You know what? You want to know when people are actually going to care what you have to say? They're going to care what you have to say when what you have to say does something for them. You understand? And that's why, folks, I have worked for, Jesus Christ, 8 years, all right, 9 years in developing this broadcast to be able to gain the credibility of folks because of the information that I espouse on this broadcast. And it's information that has made people's lives better, and that is why people listen to this broadcast. It has nothing to do with, oh, look at how cool I look, and look at my marketing, and look at this, and look at that. So with that being said, look, I don't want to talk about that anymore. I'm just saying a lot of you podcasters out there are kind of pissing me off. I'm just saying, a lot of you podcasters out there are a bunch of self-important, self-absorbed idiots that think that we actually give two rats' asses about what the hell you stupid, dumb, fruity-ass, feminine-sounding jerk dicks actually have to say. All right? Anyway, look, where's my drink? Give me my drink, for Christ's sake. Now that we gotten all that crap out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about some Donald Trump news here. And let me tell you something. What did I tell you? What did I tell all of you when Donald Trump was going to be president, that this was a capitalist revolution? Look at all the executive orders that he is signing. Look at all the bills that are being initiated. I mean, take a look at this man negotiating with business leaders. Take a look at this man. I'm telling you, this man is a capitalist, and I love it. I told all of you that this was a capitalist revolution. I told you all. That's why I came back in March. That's why I'm still here. It's a capitalist revolution, baby. It's been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming, folks. And I'm sorry that I sound so excited. I'm sorry I sound so intense, but I'm excited about it. Good God. It is a sight to see. Let me calm down here, folks. But let me tell you something. Trump he's moving, and he continues moving, and it's about making America great again. Making America great once again, folks. And look at all he has done. I mean, he has signed an executive order pretty much nullifying Obamacare, okay? Basically ordering all the agencies that regulate it not to enforce it, much like Obama did with the immigration policy during his stupid, ridiculous tenure. I mean, what else has he done? He's done so much, man. He's done so much. Obviously, we talked about it earlier. He has ended the TPP. It's dead. It's gone. It's over. He's talked about laying off federal employees. The initial report was 20%. But now, the latest reports, he's talking about 29, 30%. I told you, bureaucrats. I told you that the day would come. Look back in the archive if you don't believe me. I used to say all the time in 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011, I used to say that it would be a great day, a great goddamn day in American history when these bureaucrats are in the unemployment line. And by God, that day for you dumbass, filthy, soulless, pathetic, paper-pushing bureaucrats is rapidly approaching. Woo! Yeah, baby, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. And on top of that, folks, Donald Trump has now put a hiring freeze on federal employees. So you can no longer work in the federal government. The freaking federal government is no longer hiring. Yes, I'm loving it. I'm loving this capitalist revolution. I'm loving it. Oh, man, I never thought I'd see the day. But I'm telling you, this is a sight to see, baby. This is a sight to see. Woo! Oh, my God, folks. Oh, my God. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, man. And on top of which, folks, have you seen the White House website? No more LGBT pomp and circumstance. No more alternative language to appease Spanish-speaking folks. It's a new day in America. And let me tell you, even Mexican Americans, and believe me, I'm out here in Texas, and there's a lot of Mexicans walking around out here, and not even they give two rats' asses about the English-only crap. It's the white liberals that try to agitate this situation like Mexican Americans care. All right, all Mexican Americans, from what I've gathered and what I've seen from my own eyes, all they want to do is go out, go to work, come home, have cerveza, do a little, and then go to sleep. All right, I mean, give me a break. Anyway, with that being said, folks, I mean, I could go on and on about what Trump's doing, man. I mean, this guy's talking about slashing regulations by 75% or more. I mean, good God, man. I mean, I'm loving every minute of this, man. I'm telling you, he is making the business playing field that much more attractive for investors, that much more attractive to capitalists. And I'm telling you, man, I can't wait. I am in the position to get filthy rich right now, and everybody in the inner circle right now, they're going to get filthy rich with me. Because I'm telling you this right now, we're in the position to be able to capitalize off of everything that is going to be passed, and this is something that I have been anticipating for years, man. I've been anticipating this for years. And this was a plan a long time coming, folks, because remember, I had been broadcasting since Barack Obama was elected president. And what's unfortunate is that what the left doesn't learn from us here on the right, we didn't go out and protest Obama. We didn't go out and act like a bunch of idiots. We weren't out here talking about that we want him, removed from office or threatening the man's life. Nobody did that. On the contrary, everybody on the right, what we did is highlight the hypocrisy of his policies. We basically showed that he was an absolute liar. And we showed that his policies of progressive leftism is not a direction that America wants to go. And it took 8 years. It took 8 years for us on the right to finally penetrate the message to those in the country for us to go and take over the goddamn White House. And folks, it's not a coincidence that I dropped the conservative moniker and literally embraced just the wholehearted economic idea of capitalism as the sole purpose of my right-wing political stance. I mean, every time that I referenced politics in the True Capitalist radio show, it's referenced in response to right-wing politics. So what I and many within the right wing have done, we have transformed the Republican Party from a supposed conservative base to a capitalist base. And really, that's all we need to do and that's if the Republicans play ball. If not, we'll take them out by outvoting their ass too. We'll get them out of office. Because remember, all us capitalists, all us business owners, we have to come together, and we have to be a political force. We have to be the ones going after politicians that don't go and oblige our policies. We need to go out there and purchase the advertisements on these guys. We need to make sure that we unelect these establishment assholes. All right? So that's all I'm saying. So anyway, with that being said, I am so happy to be alive at this point in time right now. And Donald Trump continues to just amaze me. I mean, at the rapid pace that this man is changing the country. But didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you that within the first 100 days, this is going to look like a completely different country? All right? I'm telling you. And I'm looking in the Inner Circle chat. They're saying, hey, I bet if after Trump cuts these bureaucratic jobs, the DMV will actually treat us like human beings. You're goddamn right. You're goddamn right. You want to know why the DMV is always notorious for being jerks? Because they're going to have their jobs. You know, they could be jerk dicks and have their jobs for 30, 40 years and get an incremental increase every year regardless of their job performance. All right? They could be doing the greatest job in the world or the shittiest job, with all due respect, pardon my French. They could be doing the crappiest job in the world and still get a raise and still get job security, which is not fair.
Hi, I'm a helpful Southern California Honda person, and recently we've been doing random acts of helpfulness. Like decorating a children's hospital, helping a mom get a tutor for her son, and even replacing stolen tools from a car break-in. And right now, during the Honda Dream Garage sales event, we can help you too with a great deal on an award-winning Honda. Like the Accord, a 2017 Car and Driver 10 Best a record 31 times. Click the dealer locator link to find a dealer near you, and go to SoCalHondaDealers.com to suggest a random act of helpfulness for someone you know. Car and Driver, January 2017.
So once again, thank you very much, Donald Trump, for fulfilling everything that you said you were going to fulfill during your campaign. I knew it. That's why I came back, folks. I never endorsed a candidate, all right, with the exception of Sheriff Mack during the time that SOPA was being initiated. For you folks that are unaware, that was a huge campaign that the capitalist army, amongst other people within the digital atmosphere, basically campaigned against, and that was a success. It was a great success. We made the government bow down and basically negate the idea of SOPA. But of course, they've come around again, and unfortunately, they've been incrementally successful. But that's the only candidate that I've ever endorsed, and the only reason is because I wanted to put pressure on Lamar Smith, who happened to be the creator of the SOPA bill, and unfortunately that didn't pan out very well because, we were just a bunch of trolls and a bunch of young crazies, well, at least the people that were on the 4chan. This was B doing this. This wasn't Poll. It was kind of hard to be political when most of the kids didn't even understand politics. And all we did was spread a message. As a matter of fact, I would like to consider that particular time in SOPA is when memeing as a means of spreading a political message started to become prevalent. All you got to do is put True Capitalist Radio and SOPA into a Google search and look at the images. Countless images were created by the capitalist army. It was a great, great campaign, and we actually stopped SOPA from being passed, and that was a great time. I remember it. Man, we've done a lot throughout the years, man. Anyway, I don't want to sound nostalgic. Let's go ahead and get to the crux of the broadcast here. Now, I want to discuss the Million Woman March that happened on Washington, D.C., not to mention Washington, D.C., but every major metropolis in the Western culture, Western civilization. And as a result, I guess it's 3.2 million women. I guess we're just, herding around out here. And they're protesting, and I have yet to understand from any of these women that were out there why exactly they were out there. Every time there was a microphone in these heifers' faces, it was always, Donald Trump is sexist, and he's not going to grab me by my pussy. And with all due respect, I hate to use that word, folks, but it's unfortunate that I have to use it because the women are using it, and they're proud to use it. I mean, they were making, folks, and I'm not joking, pussy hats so that women could wear little pussy hats while they were waddling their fat, ugly asses around at these marches thinking that they were accomplishing something. You had women, folks, saying we're the nasty girls, and and literally, folks, I saw women in vagina costumes, full-bodied vagina costumes. I saw a woman riding a bicycle with a humongous-sized mold of a vagina rolling around the street. Can somebody answer me this? Since when did having a hole give you some kind of significance of, like, special power? I just don't understand this. I mean, the women's movement is taking a page out of the LGBT movement at this point in time, in that, and what's sad about it is that these women are playing both sides, okay? part of the women want to be free, and yeah, it's my pussy and it's my body, and I can do anything I want. I am woman, hear me roar. And then you've got the organizers of this woman event that are promoting Sharia law. I mean, that doesn't even make any sense, man. I mean, did you all see this? I actually saw women in hijabs at the freaking Women's March. I mean, what kind of hypocrisy is that? What kind of hypocrisy where you have organizers of a women's march that are wearing hijabs? That makes no goddamn sense. I mean, that's hypocrisy. Look, I'm about to tweet something right now. This is one of many costumes that were out there. Here's a woman that I'm about to tweet right now who's in a costume of a white bushy vagina. There it is right there, okay? This is the Women's March right here, folks. There it is. You see that? And you want to know something, folks? Not only is this Women's March an embarrassment to the country, and I thought that Occupy Wall Street was an embarrassment. This takes the taco. This takes the pink taco. No goddamn pun intended. You've got to be joking me if you think that this movement is going to go down as anything of a spotlight in American history. I'm telling you this right now. This is an embarrassment to the country, and moreover, folks, this is an embarrassment to women themselves. This is an embarrassment to women themselves. Now, listen, I know there are women out there listening that weren't participating in this ridiculous nonsense, and I'm sorry that you have to be lumped in with these disgusting, despicable, I don't even know what you call these people, all right? But a group is defined by its majority, folks, and I hate to say that, but it's the truth. And right now, I mean, all you have to do, I mean, it's all over YouTube. There's pictures. Take a look at all the disgusting, despicable human beings that are supposedly identifying as women that were out here congregating in metropolises all over the country, smelling up cities like bad tuna. And I still don't know why. I still don't know why in the hell that I don't get it. All right? I don't get it. And hey, thank you very much, 727. Here are the pussy hats. For all you folks that are unaware, yeah, this is supposed to be some kind of solidarity move by wearing pussy hats. I'm retweeting this right now. I'm retweeting this right now. And listen, I know that there's some hard-working capitalist women out there. I know there's independent women out there, but it's unfortunate, ladies. That's why I keep saying, this is not just an embarrassment to America. This is an embarrassment to women. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm getting tired of it, man. And I can only imagine a young chap that doesn't have a girlfriend, you know, who's got his own place, he's got a car, he's got a job. I mean, this has got to just completely be demoralizing. It's got to be completely demoralizing to see this kind of crap. And look, I hate to say this. And listen, I'm sorry, ladies. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. But at this point in time, fellas, there's no reason to respect women anymore. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, all right? Let me tell you something. You women have ruined yourselves with this stupid march. You have ruined yourselves, all right? And let me tell you something else. You want to know why I think that you shouldn't respect these women anymore? Because, listen, there's a weird anomaly that I was just talking about. You've got women out here dressing up in vagina suits, trying to go out here topless, and all this other nonsense, right? And yet, in the same crowd, and the people organizing the event are women in hijabs. You know? Women in hijabs. Now, if you want my personal opinion, folks, I personally believe that what these women want, if you want my personal opinion, is they really do want to be beaten up. That's the only rational, reasonable thing I can think of at this point in time. Because why would American women, all right, be protesting when they have all the goddamn rights? I mean, they even got more rights than men in this country. I mean, if you don't think so, well, then all you got to do is ask a man who is paying child support to a woman to let you know that, yeah, women do have more rights in this country. Women have turned baby making into big business. Do you understand? So what I'm saying here is this, okay? How these feminists and these women's, Million Woman March, how they could sit here and preach women's rights and at the same time oblige a woman who is organizing these events with a hijab or seeing women with hijabs. I'm starting to believe, in my opinion, that these feminists, they really want to be treated like the Muslim women. They want to be slapped around and beaten up like they are in the Middle East. Yeah, I'm not joking. Just YouTube search Muslim beating, Muslim women beating, Muslim women abuse, and take a look at true women abuse, all right? I mean, this is more than a Sean Connery slap here, all right? I mean, this is serious business. I mean, this is beatings. This is closed fist, taking a billy club beatings, all right? And in my personal opinion, I can only surmise, based upon the actions of women today, that they actually want to be beaten up. They actually want to be subjugated. They want somebody to forcibly put them in their place, put a beekeeper suit over them, put a hijab over them. They purposely want to do – I can't think of any other reasoning why. I'm serious. I mean, I don't understand this. I'm not joking around. Does this make sense to you folks? You got women out here, I am woman, hear me roar. I got a vagina, and look, I got a pussy hat, and look, I'm in a costume with a vagina. Look at me, I'm so cool. I mean, how do you correlate that with the women who organize this event are out there in hijabs talking about women's rights? Talking about women's rights. I can only surmise that that's what these feminists want. Because if you take a look at the majority of the women that are waddling their asses around at these events, they had a big correlation amongst them all. They were either fatties or uglies or both. Okay? Fatties or uglies or both. And in my personal opinion, that's why they were out there. Because I guarantee you, if they had a man that was, treating them right and giving them something to do and making them feel good in the bed, they wouldn't have been out there. They wouldn't have been out there. So in my personal opinion, I think that that's what they're longing for, in my opinion. I mean, I think that they want a man at this point. I mean, if they're not talking about the woman oppression in the Islamic world, if they're not talking about women and the hijab being a freaking symbol of woman oppression, that's what the hijab is. It is a symbol of woman oppression. If they're not going to talk about this, and yet they're going to march with these people, then in my opinion, the only rational and reasonable meaning behind that is that they really want to be subjugated, like the women who are in the hijab, like the women that are in the beekeeper suit. So what I'm saying is this. Maybe the women out here that are, don't grab my pussy and maybe what they want is they want you to slap them around and say, shut up, get in a beekeeper suit, and get in the goddamn kitchen. So I'm going to give you women a little bit of a head start, okay? I'm going to give you a little bit of a head start. So what I'm going to do is, are you women listening, okay? You're a fat, ugly piece of garbage, okay? What you need to do is you need to get on an effing treadmill, okay? Because listen, truth be told, the reason the women are acting like this is because they're fat, lazy slobs, all right? They're fat, lazy slobs, and they're out there, and the reason that the majority of them are fat, lazy, ugly slobs is because they want a man to be chivalrous. They want a man. I mean, I even saw a goddamn sign from these fatties saying, you make me a sandwich. I mean, a fatty actually was holding up that sign at the Million Woman March. You make me a sandwich. And you see what these fatties want? I'll tell you what they want. They want to be able to be a temptress. They want some guy to screw them 7 ways from Sunday, and then they want that same guy to serenade them from a goddamn balcony while they are slovenly, disgusting, fat pieces of protoplasm. And what women need to understand is this. If you're going to be a fat piece of crap, then don't cry when you're alone and no one gives a crap about you and you're literally withering yourself away and clogging your arteries and killing yourself. Because that's what you're doing, you fat, disgusting slobs. All right, you're killing yourselves. Hey, you know what you should be thanking Donald Trump for, all you disgusting skankosaurus, fat, jelly-ass slut bags? You know what you should be doing? You should be thanking Donald Trump, because Donald Trump literally made millions upon millions of fat, disgusting, despicable, fat bitches to waddle their fat asses around and get a little bit of goddamn cardio in instead of sitting back, watching the goddamn boob tube, playing with your clitoris like a windshield wiper out of whack, watching Rachel Maddow. God damn it. God damn it. God damn it, I'm so sick of this crap. You women should be ashamed of yourself, but you've got no shame. You've got no shame, for Christ's sake. You've got no shame. Oh, good God, you skankosaurus slutbags. I mean, give me the mic. Give me the mic. Goddamn mic. Give me the mic. I mean, I want you to call me up, all right? Are you listening? Are you a woman that's taking offense to this and want to call me up and tell me the substance of the goddamn Woman March? I challenge you, you fat skankosaurus. All right? Hey, engineer, clear some of these lines out. Clear some of these lines. I want to hear from you right now. If you're a woman and you're taking offense to this and you think that you're so great and you think because you're a fat, disgusting piece of garbage, look, let me go ahead and retweet that picture again. Here, look. Here it is, right here. Here it is, right here. Here's this woman that was in, and of course it's being used as a meme here, but here's this woman that says, and she has a freaking shirt on that says, "The struggle is real," and she literally looks like she has an ass in the front of her goddamn pants. Her ass is wrong backwards, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. And look, speaking of Americans in hijabs, look at this. Here we go. I'm just tweeting all this Woman March crap. Here it is. Look at that. There it is. There it is for you. And why would a woman be in a hijab? Why would they do that? I'm telling you, they want to be beaten. They want to be beaten up. I can't think of any other means or reason why they would do this. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. I'm just saying, it makes no goddamn sense. Oh, my God. Yeah, hey, Blake, that's a horrible picture. Hey, guys, I'm only tweeting this because it's a freaky meme. All I got to say is let it sink in. Let all this sink in. I'm tweeting this out there. Look at that. Let it sink in. These are fatties and uglies. They're fatties and freaking uglies. They're fatties and uglies. Let that sink in. Look at that Twitter right now. Let that sink in. Look at Twitter right now. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. Let it sink in. Let it sink in. Let it sink in. Good God, you women make me sick today. You women make me sick today. I'm telling you, you make me sick. Oh, God. Oh. I'm so sick of this crap, man. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. And hey, fatties and uglies that were out there smelling up the whole goddamn city like a bad period. Let me tell you something. You know who is funding this, fatties and uglies? George Soros. That's right. George Soros is the person funding this million-woman march and basically exploiting the stupidity and ignorance of you broads. I'm telling you, you sold your vaginas to George Soros, all right? I mean, I bet you if we asked George Soros, this is what he'd say. Look at that. Yes, I funded the Million Woman March, and the reason I funded the Million Woman March because their vaginas are mine. I told all of you your mother's Gucci is mine. Everything is mine. The black people are mine. America is mine. The European Union is mine. Everything is mine. Because I am George Soros. And I own all vagina. Yes, I own them all. Yes, I do. I really do. I really do own all the vagina. Look at what I did. Look at what I did. I got all those fat women to go out there and walk. They don't even walk to go get their meal. They walked out there because of vagina, because I directed them to, because I paid them to be there, because I own them because they're mine. 3.2 million vaginas are mine. Everything is mine. I'm telling you, that's what he would say. You know it and I know it, all right? You know it and I know it. Jesus Christ, folks. Anyway, let's take a couple of callers here, all right? I mean, what do you have to say about this? I mean, do you think this is a positive contribution to human enlightenment, this stupid, dumb million-woman march, huh? George Soros funded? And by the way, you know, most of these women like to claim that they're so green and, oh, I care about the earth and I'm so green and look at the trash they left behind. Here's just one example of the trash they left behind. Just like the fat, dirty-ass slobs that they are, just like the fat, slovenly, disgusting, smelly cunts that they represent themselves visually, this is what they are. I bet you if we go to their house, this is what their house looks like. They're so fat and lazy. I'm not joking. So once again, I just tweeted the mess that these damn women have made. And who's paying for that, huh? I'm serious. Who's paying for that crap? Who's paying for this? Stupid, dumb, freaking idiot women. I'm telling you, look, no more respect for women, all right, chaps? I'm serious. Don't respect these women anymore, all right? They want to be independent. They want to be, oh, I am woman, hear me roar. Don't open up doors for them. Don't pay for them. Don't go up to them. Don't talk to them. Forget them, all right? I hate to say this. Go on Tinder, go on Facebook, and try to figure out how to get your wee-wee played with in that capacity. Because at this point in time, I feel bad for gentlemen out here. I mean, I can't believe that this is the crop of cunts, for a lack of a better term, that they got to choose from out here. I just feel bad. I feel tremendously bad for these goddamn guys out here. I feel bad. I feel goddamn bad. Anyway, folks, let's take some callers here. How about area code 405? What do you got to say about the Million Woman March?
Hey, what's up, Ghost? Hey, it's Chris Reeves. How you doing, bud?
Hey, how you doing, man? What do you got to say about, what's your opinion on all this stuff?
Man, I got several points to make about this today, so if you don't mind me taking up a little bit of your time, and I'll get right to it right now.
No, go right ahead, man. What do you got to say?
So, first off, I've been all over the fucking world. I've been to the Middle East. I've been everywhere. And I can tell you right now that the women in the United States are held to the highest regard humanly fucking possible. Like, for example, Like, I'm not even ashamed to admit, like, my wife is more successful than I have been. But that's only possible because we're in America, right? Meanwhile, you got in the Middle East, you got women walking around in hijabs, full beekeeper suits, and if you so much as look at another man, they get their asses beat in the streets. I'm not even playing with you. So, like, that's what I have to say about that. And secondly, I think this whole thing was just a ruse to just bash Trump. They're talking about, I'm out here for feminism power. I'm out here to support women's rights. All they do is walk around with the fuck Trump sign. They weren't doing jack shit. Black Lives Matter and fuck Trump. That's all they were doing. What do you think, brother?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. As a matter of fact, when they threw microphones in these women's faces, I mean, that's literally what they went to first. That, oh, I can't believe Donald Trump said that he grabbed them by the pussy. I don't like that. I don't appreciate it. And meanwhile, they're walking around with vagina suits, you know, and pussy hats. I'm sorry to be so vulgar, but this is what the women have reduced themselves to. I never thought I'd have to say this in references to women, but they're putting themselves in this position, man. Now,
it's
what is it? What is it, Chris? What is it that these women? I mean, is it too much? Did we give them too much?
I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. Like, if you give someone too much, you know, they're a little comfortable. They never have to go outside their comfort zone and expand their freaking horizons. That's what it is. People get sedentary. People get comfortable, and then they just sit there and find things to bitch about, for lack of a better term. That's all it is.
And I know that you've been across the planet. I know that you served our military. Thank you very much for your service, sir. Can you give us an example of what exactly the typical life is in some parts of the world for women from your firsthand perspective, man?
Absolutely. So there's several things involved. So out of respect, a woman can't walk to the right of a man. They have to walk to one step back and to the left of a man in the Middle East. They cannot so much as make eye contact. If you're speaking to a couple, you can't, as a man, you can only speak to that man. If you speak to that woman, she gets her ass beat right then and there. Like, just as a small example.
And not to mention, have you seen firsthand, like, potential abuse from Muslim men on women, and you couldn't necessarily do anything because it's their culture, quote unquote?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we have to abide by the host nation rules. Like, I mean, I'm sure you heard about that. Special forces aren't.
No, I know you. I know. That's why I'd like for you to say it, man. Because I mean, women don't understand that those same hijab people that are marching with them, I don't think have the same intention that they think they have. I mean, I think that the Muslim women are being used as kind of wolf in sheep's clothing to incrementally bring in a Sharia law situation integrated with this feminist movement. And the proof is what's happening in Germany. Now, I don't know if you're old enough to remember, but Germany has always been a sexually forward nation. They were very sexually open. Women were very sexual out there. Yeah, absolutely. When the migrant crisis came in, what it did, and this was a definite social experiment by the socialist engineers, is that when they brought in the migrants, they not only quashed the idea of these women being overtly sexual because, you know, these jihadist men were going and raping them and that sort of thing, but they are now a de facto authority that basically assert a fundamentalist authority that's outside the state, which becomes a social contract within society that everybody must oblige because now the migrants have become the majority. Now, I'm seeing that same kind of modus operandi here in America, especially with women in hijabs walking with these ignorant, fat, disgusting slobs. What's your take on that, man? Because I know, and listen, the reason I'm kind of having you on here because I know that you've been out there, you've seen it firsthand, and I just want you to, you know, explicitly tell these women that are listening that, look, not only do you have every right a man has, but you have more rights than men because you can literally get a divorce, get 50%, and get the children, and the man is pretty much left, for a lack of a better term, shit out of luck. So with that being said, aside from your own personal experiences of women across the world and how they've been subjugated, can you explain to me from your experiences, why is it that women just are not happy as far as their position in the Western civilization, man. I mean, I have to hear it from somebody who's a little worldly. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
No problem. No, I appreciate the time. What I honestly believe, just in a nutshell, is just lack of education, for one. And I think people are just not, like you say all the time, intellectually curious, or they don't have any strive to learn. And so they get caught up in this, like, well, a lot of it, I mean, you've said it before, like, a lot of it is they regurgitate what they see on Twitter, and then, like, they let that manifest in the brain because they take that for face value. And from my experience, you should never take things for face value. Yeah, you can trust the source, but do your own fucking research. And that's just part of being an adult. That's part of being a successful adult, in my personal opinion. So it starts with education. And I think people are just so comfortable being sheep. I think that's what it is. People, like, everywhere you go, they want a guide. They want you to tell them what to do. And people just get locked into this little – I don't know if that kind of answers your question, but that's how I feel about it.
No, that's very insightful, Chris. And, hey, thank you very much for giving us your insight, giving us your opinions. I mean, something needs to be done. That's why I wanted to get your perspective, because I know that you've seen this firsthand, and not just you, but other soldiers have in their theaters of combat when they're stationed in these Muslim countries, that they just got to stand down. They just got to stand down whenever these Muslims are beating their women because, quote, it's their culture. And I don't understand why we have a Million Woman March and women with hijabs marching with them when it's a complete contradiction. Both sides, just complete contradiction. Anyway, folks, we are now in the third and final hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. Before we get started on anything else, I'd like for everybody to please spread it around like wildfire and let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house. And we are live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio Show. It is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost, all right? And if you have anything to do, or if you want to tweet at me, or if you want to keep in contact me, follow me on Twitter. The Twitter name to follow is PoliticsGhost. All one word, no underscores. PoliticsGhost is the name to follow. Once again, thank you very much, Chris, for giving us your insight. I want to spend a little bit more time on this subject matter, and then we'll go ahead and move into Radio Graffiti, because I believe that this Women's March is such an embarrassment to American society that, as I stated, I don't think women deserve respect anymore. I'm not respected. Obviously, I'm going to respect my wife because, I mean, we have a mutual understanding. We have lots of years. She's ride or die. But any other woman, I'm spitting in their face as far as I'm concerned. I'm not even joking around. Hey, look, my wife is here listening to this. I mean, I know that there's people tweeting at me saying, oh, yeah? How come you're not saying it in front of your wife? I bet she wouldn't appreciate that you're calling all of us a bunch of fat slobs. Here, right from my wife's mouth. Do you agree with this crap that's going on here, this Million Woman March?
Absolutely not.
No way. Absolutely not, because it's stupid, it's ridiculous, and it's pathetic. So, for all you people that are out here claiming that, well, Ghost, you're probably some wheelchair-ridden, lonely idiot with an imaginary wife, and no woman would sit there and take what you're saying. I'm telling you this right now. You want to know why my wife is here? Because we've been ride or die. You understand? I've taken care of her. She's taken care of me. We take care of each other. We're a team. You understand? She's not out here thinking that she's better than me. I'm not here saying I'm better than her. We understand each other's roles as far as our relationship is concerned, and we have been successful because of it. That's the unfortunate part, all right? That's the unfortunate part about you women out there. You women think that you can be in control and in charge of everything, but when you make a bad decision, you don't own it like a man. A man owns his bad decisions. A woman tries to pass the blame or tries to pass or any kind of escape of responsibility. That's what they try to do. And that isn't conducive to a damn relationship, man.
Calling the beautifully redesigned 2017 Mercedes-Benz CLA simply a four-door coupe is like describing a world-class athlete as just a good runner. With its sleek profile and powerful turbocharged engine, the CLA offers agility and design that are unmatched in its class, and it's available now at an exceptional price. Why drive any four-door coupe when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz CLA? Visit MBUSA.com/CLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
That's not conducive to a relationship, and that's why these women are alone. That's why these fatties are alone. Do you understand? That's why these fatties and uglies at these goddamn million women marches are all alone, because they're pathetic. Because they feel that they deserve so much, that they deserve this, that they deserve that, and everything that they believe they deserve has been incepted in a movie. These fatties are living these romantic comedies. They actually believe that that somebody will sing "Sweet Caroline," da da da, all that crap in the middle of a mall while they're on their knees like a goddamn cocoa connoisseur asking them to marry him. That's what these dumb skankosauruses want. They want the sweet guy. They want him to serenade him from the goddamn balcony. They want sweet nothings being said in their ear. They want the flowers. They want all this, and yet they want to be screwed 7 ways from Sunday and be treated like a lust playground. It doesn't compute, ladies. Jesus Christ, man. It doesn't compute. So anyway, let me continue going. I want to hear people's opinions about this. I think we've got Raiden Snake. Are you on the horn, Raiden Snake?
Good evening, Ghost. How are you doing?
How you doing, Raiden Snake? I'd like to hear your opinion on what exactly has happened. It's not only happened here in America. I know they had a woman march in Britannia, in all the Western civilizations. What's your perspective on it, man?
Well, it just makes no sense, to be honest. Absolutely none at all.
Well,
you know,
what
it's just
exactly,
ridiculous.
from your perspective, from you trying to analyze it, what is it that they want? What is it that they're longing for? Or is it like I've assumed that they really want somebody to beat them up and put them back in the kitchen?
Well, yeah, I kind of agree with you on that front. I mean, I just read surprisingly an actual it's like a couple of tweets by Piers. I don't know if you heard about this one. Piers Morgan said something about that recently.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, listen, it's not because I'm saying this because I want to go out and beat up women or I'm advising guys to go do so. Only a rational person can analyze the actions that are being taken by women today, how they're trying to act like feminist, loose-loosey, Lady Gaga slut bags on one hand, and at the same time obliging the oppressive idealism of Islam with the hijab, with the beekeeper suit. It doesn't make sense. It's a contradiction. The only thing I can rationally assume looking at this is that these feminists want to be beaten up like they are in Islam, put in a hijab and a beekeeper suit and thrown in the kitchen. I can't think of anything else. I mean, can you surmise anything that I'm missing here?
Well, if you're my personal opinion, it's just a downright attention seeking more than anything. And that's just putting it bluntly.
I mean, is this all it is? It's really just attention?
Yeah, just attention seeking.
Oh, my God, man. I mean, that's horrible. You know, I'll come back to you there, Raiden Snake. Man, we're running out of time. I kind of want to bring in some more people. And speaking of attention, you know, I think maybe Raiden Snake might be onto something here because I'm about to retweet something, okay? Let me show you what empowered feminists look like, okay? Here's a little chick from 2009. She looks like a mediocre chick, obviously didn't get the kind of attention that she wants. And what I've noticed is that with women, it doesn't matter about the type of attention. It could be bad attention. It could be embarrassing attention. It could be sympathetic attention. It could be any kind of attention. These skanks just want attention, okay? And I'm about to tweet right now what this, she looked like a decent-looking, mediocre chick and turned into a disgusting, short, chopped hair, four-eyed fatty. Here it is right here, folks. Here it is. Here's empowered feminist right here, folks, all right? And, by looking at that picture that I just retweeted, one can only surmise that this chick in 2009 got tired of putting on the makeup, doing her hair, doing this. She wasn't getting enough attention that she wanted to being a regular woman. So what did she do? She went the complete opposite. She decided to become a fat, disgusting, slovenly human being, cut her hair short, make herself four-eyed, and buying herself moo-moos, and trying to claim that she's freaking empowered, for Christ's sake. And the reason is because she loves this kind of attention. These are the kinds of women that throw themselves in a goddamn bikini with their freaking 5 to 8 rolls just rolling out of celluloid dripping off their ears, for Christ's sake, and their waists and their. You get the point. You get the point. But listen to me. This woman that I just tweeted, I guarantee you she's getting more attention, even though it's negative. She's getting more attention in 2014 than she did in 2009, and therein is the problem. Therein is the goddamn problem. Just look at that picture. In 2009, she looked like a regular chick. Regular chicks don't get a lot of attention. Or, they get some attention, but maybe not as much as she wants. She wants to be the center of attention. So what does she do? She tries to make herself the most disgusting, despicable, slovenly pile of human protoplasm possible so that she can get that, oh, my God, attention because she's getting attention. She doesn't care what kind of attention it is. It's attention. She loves it. It's the same lines. It's along the same lines as people who do weird body modifications and pierce their face 100 times and gauge their cheeks and gauge their ears and tattoo their freaking eyelids and all that other freaked out crap. It's along the same lines. They get off on any kind of attention, even if they're being repulsed. And they're like, well, hey, you got to notice me, do you, huh? You got to notice me now. I'm not somebody who's just regular. Yeah. I'm not just regular. You notice me, don't you? Yeah, you notice me. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway, listen, I'm going to go to the phone lines a couple of more times, and we're going to move on to Radio Graffiti, but I definitely want to hear some people's perspective on this because this is serious, man. Women are throwing themselves backwards. I'm talking 100 years after this movement. They're throwing themselves back at least 100 years after this disgusting, despicable display of supposed woman's rights. I don't know what the hell you call this. I don't know what the hell you call this, but it's a damn shame. It's an utter shame here. Good God. I can't believe this. I can't believe this is my country. I'm serious. I can't believe that this is my country here, man. I can't believe that women that with any kind of self-respect would go out there and partake in this kind of activity and be shameless about it and actually think that they're accomplishing something at the same time. Shameless and delusional belief is a bad combo, man. It is an unbelievably bad combo, and the proof is in the pudding, literally. Out there in that sea of ham bone that we called the Million Woman March, that basically made most of the goddamn cities in America, smell like bad, sick-ass salmon, all right? It's just the bottom line. Anyway, with that being said, I want to take some more callers here. I want to hear what you have to say. How about area code 213? What's going on? Well, we got a Helen Keller deaf mute. We ain't got time for that. How about, I think we got Distilling on the line. Is that you, Distilling?
Yeah, buddy, it is.
How's it going, Distilling, man? I know that you're over there in Australia. I did read some minor reports of women going out there conducting themselves in the same capacity. But regardless, what do you think, viewing America from abroad, what's going on with women in Western societies? What's an Australian's perspective?
Mate, all it is an abolition of responsibility. They're basically trying to, I'm a woman, I don't want to have any sort of responsibility, it's all men's fault, and they're just basically trying to, pass the buck to the fellas, in my opinion.
So they're blaming their own strife on us. I mean, they're blaming their own personal problems, their own mental problems on us. I mean, it's basically a lack of responsibility, not attention.
Yeah, that's what it is, mate. I've dated a feminist once, way back in the day, but she turned out to be a feminist later, and I got rid of her. But that's all it is. I'm telling you, they're trying to absolve themselves of responsibility, pass the buck on the men, and basically blame us for all that's bad in the world. And that way, they don't have to deal with it themselves.
Well, that's a very interesting concept, man, because I'm still trying to rationalize what the deal is. So, in essence, it's not attention. It's not the fact that they want to be beaten up and thrown in the kitchen. It's the fact that, what'd you say again? I mean, I don't want to misquote you.
Okay, so it is about attention initially. That is one tool that the feminists, I believe, use in order to bring in further feminists and further their cause. However, my belief is that the end goal of feminism is to absolve women of all responsibility and pass it on to men and blame us for everything that's wrong and basically say, oh, you broke it, you fix it, sort of thing.
Yeah, that's very interesting. They're just going to blame us, man. Blame us. Thank you very much, Distilling. I want to take a couple more calls here. So it's all our fault. That's the end goal then. It's all your fault, man. You got the penis. It's your fault. You're a lizard. I am woman. Hear me roar. Jesus Christ, man. I'm so sick of this crap. I'm really so sick of this crap. And as a matter of fact, look, this is what I'm talking about here, right? Listen, I'm not going to retweet any of this. I'm grossing out people enough as it is with some of these tweets, for heaven's sake, man. I'm not even joking. I'm going to take one more call. I think we got Asho on the horn. Hey, Asho, how you been, man? I haven't heard from you in a minute. How you doing?
Hey, what's up, Ghost? What's up, everybody? It's been a long time. It's been over 3 weeks, 4 weeks. I've been in Mexico.
Yeah, I know you're out there vacationing. You've been tweeting out some of your experiences out there, which has been pretty cool, keeping us up to date. So what do you think, man? What do you think about this woman's march? What do you think it's about? Is it attention? Is it they want to blame us? They got a problem? Are they nymphos? Are they fatties? Lonely? What's going on? What do you think it is?
Yeah, hold on. I was in Oaxaca. I tried some shrooms. It was pretty cool. But anyways, they're legal there, by the way.
Wait, hold on. You tried some shrooms? Wait a minute. You tried shrooms? Wait. Why did you try shrooms?
It's called. It's a little village, and they're legal. But I mean, it's nothing. It's nothing major. It's like. It's whatever. It was a cool experience.
Oh, well, okay. Now that you brought it up, what did you see? Did you see God or something? Did you talk to the spirits?
I didn't see God, but I felt more connected towards nature. I'm not a hippie or anything, but I felt like it felt like a transition, like a life transition. I'm about to turn 20, and it was like, oh, you've done all this in the past 20 years. Now you're about to turn 20. You're about to turn 20, and then it's something that I would do not again, but probably in the next 20 years. Did
it freak you out a little bit? I mean, you sound a little freaked out a little bit about it. Something was talking to you and you don't even know what it was.
It wasn't. Nah, it wasn't. To be honest, they were dried, and it wasn't the season shroom, so it wasn't shroom season. So they were dried, and they served it over tea. I did see patterns when looking up in the trees, but I mean that was the only thing. The only thing, the biggest thing is I felt more connected towards nature. Like I was in a creek for like 4 hours, just staring at the sky, looking up at the trees, and it was pretty cool.
Oh man, that's very, very interesting. All right, check it out. Let's get back to the women situation. What do you think about it, man? What do you think? What do you think about all this stuff?
It's funny because I posted this on Facebook 2 days ago. I said that if women want to be equal, and they are equal, like I don't understand I don't understand any right they don't have. If they want to be like equality, like 100%, they should be drafted. They should be able to be signed up for the draft, and maybe insurance companies should charge men and women the same, because by what I heard is that women get charged less than guys, even though they drive like shit. Have yours, you know?
I haven't heard that. Really? Is that for real?
Well, out here in California, I think it depends on location, but there is a significant range for insurance, and girls do pay
Asho,
less.
I know you're a young chap. You're single. How does this make you feel? How confident does this make you feel that we have this Million Woman March of women that are completely delusional about asking for more rights than I don't know what else. What else do they want? I mean, this is not a good sign for women. Is all I'm saying. I mean, this is not a good sign. I mean, this is why I'm suggesting that if they're going to march with women who organize this Million Woman March in hijabs, then I mean, in my opinion, that I personally believe that they want men to beat them up. And because that's what they do in Islam, throw a beekeeper suit on them and put them in the kitchen. I mean, am I wrong for kind of deducing that from what the actions are of these women?
You're not wrong. Actually, wearing a hijab while protesting women's rights, like doing that march, actually contradicts itself a little bit. Actually, not a little bit, but a whole lot. And I was about to say something. Oh, most of these women are fucking single. Because, trust me, I have a cousin, and she's a feminist, and she's a complete feminist. Actually, we don't even talk to each other because she was for Hillary, I was for Trump, and we actually, those are the people that deleted me. I have my own family that deleted me off Facebook because I voted for Trump, and my cousin's one of them. But I took over her Facebook, and like she says the future's female. She has one of those shirts that says the future's female, and it's just stupid. It's just like it's like, okay, so like you're trying to have equality, but yet you're saying the future's female. They're contradicting themselves, and it's just like plain stupid. You just like think to yourself, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I hear you, Asho. Hey, thank you very much for giving me your insight there. I'm going to go ahead and break down the broadcast here, but before we move into Radio Graffiti, I want to leave with this last thought here, okay? Now, folks, I am extremely disappointed in not only America, but I'm extremely disappointed in women in general, that they allowed themselves to go out there and humiliate themselves on a mass scale. And what I'm also upset about is that there were no women out there in other groups opposing the utter lunacy and idiocy of these women out here that are just slovenly, disgusting, fat, pathetic wastes of life. That, and as I stated, if you want my opinion, had they had a man at home, had they had a man that treats them well and that makes them feel a little fun, makes them feel good in the bed, that sort of thing, they wouldn't be there. And with all due respect, the reason they don't have a man is because they want to be the lazy, slovenly slobs that they are. I mean, take a look at that one chick that I just retweeted that was tweeted at me. Take a look at her back in 2009, and then take a look at her in 2014. I just retweeted it. Take a look. Take a look. What I see there is a chick that just got tired of trying, and because she didn't get enough attention trying to make herself look like an attractive chick, that she's so desperate for massive amounts of attention that she's willing to make herself look like a disgusting human piece of protoplasm so that she can get whatever kind of attention she wants. All right? It could be negative attention. It could be, she doesn't care as long as she gets it. As long as she gets it. And in my opinion, that's along the same lines as these supposed liberated women marching with women in hijabs. It's along the same lines as a woman wants a man's attention so much that they want that man to give him a backhand, a beating, and throw a beekeeper suit on him and throw him in the kitchen. I think that that's the kind of attention that these women are longing for. And listen, I can only assume, because the women that had microphones in their faces at this damn freaking ridiculous women's march, all right, didn't explain at all why exactly they're there. They couldn't explain at all why they were there, for Christ's sake, man. They were just saying, I didn't like the way Donald Trump said that about women. He grabbed me by the pussy. I don't like it. I mean, give me a break, man. I mean, give me a damn break. So look, and look, here we go right here. You see, this is what I'm talking about. Look, I'm about to retweet some fatty, some disgusting-looking fat human specimen, okay? I'm going to retweet this. She's holding up a sign. No, you make me a sandwich. Look at this. Huh? I'm telling you, this is what it's all about. These women want to be fat, disgusting pigs. They want to be pigsties. They want to be pie wagons, and yet they want a guy to lust for them as if they were a freaking Victoria's Secret model, okay? They want a guy to sing them sweet nothings, you know, how I love thee on a summer's day. Your hair is so beautiful with the curves of your body. I wish that you were my playground, my sweetest, sweetest. That's what they want. They want that, and they want the same guy to screw them 7 days from Sunday, for Christ's sake, and it doesn't make sense. It doesn't work, all right? That's in the movies, you fat bitches. That's in the movies. That's in the damn movies, you dumb broads. It's never going to happen to you, okay? The movies are fake, okay? All you dumb idiot broads that are living in a movie that think that your life is going to go along the same lines as your favorite romantic comedy, it's not going to happen. It's a movie! Jesus Christ, man. I mean, it's a movie. And that's along the same lines, folks. What did I tell you? You know, that you got this fatty over here. No, you make me a sandwich. Not only does she want a man to screw her 7 days from Sunday, okay? Which, with all due respect, can you imagine screwing a fat heifer like this, for Christ's sake? I mean, that's work. That isn't enjoyable. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, she wants you to be sweet to her, like, oh, I love thee, and oh, I love you, and all this crap. And then on top of that, she wants you to make her a sandwich as if you are the bitch in the relationship. It doesn't make sense. Do you understand? These bitches don't make sense. These stupid broads don't make sense. That's why I'm saying. That's why I'm saying these women want to be beaten. I mean, I can't come up with any other synopsis other than that based on their actions. They want to be submitted. They want a beekeeper suit thrown into them. They want to be thrown in a kitchen. They want to be forced to be doing something. Because it seems as if when you allow them to do what they want to do, they run amok. When you allow them to do what they want to do, they just can't get enough, can they? Huh? They just can't get enough now, can they? So that's why I'm saying, folks, okay? What we need here at this point in time is we need to stop putting women on a pedestal at this point in time, all right? And let me tell you, you young chaps out here, I would take my chances getting a mail-order bride at this point. I'm serious. Why don't you give a nice-looking woman out there who can make an honest man of you, all right? Import them from freaking Bangkok or Ping Pong Pang or anywhere. All right, import a wife. You have a better shot. All right, seriously, you have a better shot. I'm not joking, man. I'm not kidding around. You have a better shot mail ordering a wife here. I hate to say that to you young chaps, man. I'm serious. I hate to say it. All right, now, I'm not saying that you're going to have a happy-go-lucky marriage forever either doing that, but at least you'll be happy for a good 5 to 10 years of your life before this dumb foreign woman that you imported in here finally starts getting Americanized and starts learning from American you get it. But, hey, it's better to live a little bit of a decent life with a woman than live with no life with a woman at all. I'm serious, okay? So I hate to say this. I'm advising young men, ban all fat women. Ban all American women at this point. Ban all Western women. Import your women. And let me tell you something. When there's enough young chaps importing women into this country, and there's a whole subculture of women that have been imported that are married to men, these bitches that are out here complaining right now, they'll turn against those broads faster than you could say, I'm hungry? I'm serious. You don't think that these fat, disgusting, tubble-lard pieces of garbage that are marching right now or that were marching on this past Saturday, you don't think that they would turn against the mail-order brides that are basically overtaking the men that they basically rejected in the first place anyway? I'm not joking around, man. I'm not kidding. Hey, listen. I'm not just saying, from Bangkok. Get them from Russia. Get them from Europe. I don't care. Just bring somebody else here that appreciates the Americana life, that appreciates the fact that you can go into a supermarket and there's food all the time. All right? Appreciative of the fact that they can actually go out and speak their mind without being oppressed by a goddamn authoritarian, totalitarian government. I mean, this is what I'm talking about, man. All right? Now, people are saying now you see why people want robot women. No, that's not an alternative, ass cracker. Are you kidding me? That's not an alternative. Robot women? I mean, why even bother? Why don't you just play with Rosie Palm and her 5 fingers, for Christ's sake, and save about fucking $10,000? Excuse my French. I don't get it. I don't get it. Excuse my French, folks. I just don't get it. I don't get this whole robot, sex doll garbage. I mean, why don't you just, do old Rosie Palm and her 5 fingers, or her 5 sisters, I don't understand. What is it, sex robots? How in the hell can you idiots even think that that's a real person? Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, at this point, I'm done. I'm done talking about these fat skanks. I'm done talking about these American women. Let me tell you something. I hate to pit every woman in this category, but I said a group is defined by its majority. And you women should all be ashamed of yourselves. All of you, you disgusting cunts. You should all be ashamed of yourselves. And look, if you're taking offense to this, like, hey, Ghost, I wasn't out there. You should have been out there. You should have been out there telling these fat cunts to shut their stupid mouth. You should have been out there. You should have been out there, for Christ's sake. I wasn't out there, Ghost. I didn't do nothing. That's the problem, you stupid broad. You didn't do nothing. You didn't do nothing. So that's why I'm saying maybe you should have went out there. Maybe you should have confronted some of these fatties. Huh? Maybe you should have confronted some of these fatties.
Calling the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA simply a compact SUV is like describing a cathedral as just 4 walls and a ceiling. The GLA is both a beautiful work of design and one of the most functional SUVs in its class, and it's available at an exceptional price. Why drive any compact SUV when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA? Visit MBUSA.com/GLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing. Calling the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA simply a compact SUV is like describing a cathedral as just 4 walls and a ceiling. The GLA is both a beautiful work of design and one of the most functional SUVs in its class, and it's available at an exceptional price. Why drive any compact SUV when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA? Visit MBUSA.com/GLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
Jesus Christ, man. All right, you know what? I've had enough. I've had enough of talking about these disgusting fatties and these uglies. I've had enough about. I've had enough. I've had enough. Give me my drink, for Christ's sake. I've had enough. Anyway, look, I'm sorry for cursing so much, folks, but listen, this is the depravity we are going towards thanks to the women. I mean, did you see all those women? Hey, we're nasty women with the pussy hats. Yeah, we've got stinky pussies. I'm not joking. This is the signs that they were holding out there. I'm not joking. So that's why I'm saying, folks, I have to be subjected to this type of depravity. I'm not joking. I am not joking. I'm not joking, man. Anyway, let's get to everybody's favorite part of the broadcast, all right? And I'm talking about Radio Graffiti. That's right, folks. Radio Graffiti, the part of the broadcast where the spectators become a part of the spectacle. All you got to do is give me a call right now at area code 563-999-3791, and I will give, just call me up, and I'll give you 3 to 4 seconds to say whatever it is that's on your mind when I call on your area code. That's why we call this Radio Graffiti, baby! And before I get to anything else, I want to remind everybody that, you know, since Valentine's Day is coming around the corner, we're going to be selling some True Capitalist Radio Valentine's cards. All right, and it's going to be an inexpensive little gift for everybody out there who doesn't have a Valentine or anything of that capacity. There's going to be 3 different ones available for you folks out there. It's going to be nice. It's going to be cool. All right. So if you want to partake in that, be looking out for that this week. Once again, True Capitalist Radio Valentine's Day cards. Yeah. Anyway, folks, with that being said, do we have any Radio Graffiti calls, engineer? All right, well, let's go ahead and get to Radio Graffiti right now. All right, who do we got here? How about Anonymous Radio Graffiti?
We all need to stop. It's time to stop! No, the world needs.
My name is Cleveland Brown.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Here we go again. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Impeach Trump. Impeach Trump.
Yeah, great. Real funny. How about Anonymous Radio Graffiti?
My name is Cleveland.
All right. Let's go ahead and just start. Let's start getting these people off of Radio Graffiti, engineer. Get them out of here! Get them all out! Get them out! Get them out of here! How about area code 214, Radio Graffiti?
Hey, Ghost, I was wondering, did you hear about what happened to Richard Spencer?
Yeah, he got punched in the face by some turd-eating cuck. Yeah, what about it?
I was wondering whether or not you agree with him is irrelevant. I was wondering if you think.
Well, I don't. You know what? Don't even ask me about that stupid fruity-ass bastard, all right? I don't like Richard Spencer. Nobody even knew who the hell Richard Spencer was until that dumbass CNN report of him and his stupid goof Sieg Heiling at a goddamn hotel room makeshift convention. So give me a freaking break, all right? And look, okay, so what? He's a white nationalist. He's a Nazi. Okay, great. Is this the new Nazi now? Some metrosexual fruity-ass bastard who can't even take a punch from a cuck Is this the new white nationalist? Is this the mouthpiece for white supremacy? I mean, even white supremacist Nazis are fruiting up, for Christ's sake. They're fruiting up, for Christ's sake. They're fruiting up. Don't mention Richard Spencer on my freaking broadcast again. He's a piece of trash, and I'm tired of this idiot hopping on the bandwagon and media whoring himself. Let me tell you, if I saw him, I would punch him, and he wouldn't be able to walk away afterwards. And it's not because he's a white nationalist. It's not because he's a Nazi. It's because he's a fruity-ass metrosexual cock that's trying to correlate himself with my side of politics. I would have punched him, too. Being a fruity ass, man. Being a goddamn fruity ass.
Yeah, I'm Richard Spencer, and, the white supremacists, they really don't like me. They don't really like me very much. I'm Richard Spencer. It's all about, white nationalism, yeah. Son of a bitch. You know what, Richard Spencer? Piss off, you dumb son of a bitch. I mean, I'd punch you in the face if I saw you myself. You're a stupid media whore, and you know what? I'm tired of you, Cernovich, and Milo, all of you dumbasses. You people have gotten rich off of this campaign when those of us out here that have been busting our asses on the Trump train and the capitalist army are worried about the cause. You all can go, spend your dumbass money chewing each other up the fruity ass. I don't really give a crap. Stay off our side of politics, you dumbass. Anyway, 646 Radio Graffiti.
Stephen Hawking, Radio Graffiti. Black man in a white man town. He's got trouble. Get in his way, he's gonna cut you down. Taking over. He can ride. He can shoot. Don't take nothing from nobody. For he's black. Does nothing. Yeah. He's so bad. They call him boss. He's a boss. Boss nigga. He's so bad. They call him boss. He's a boss. Boss nigga.
Yeah, what the hell was that? Is that Stephen Hawking singing that song now? Is that Stephen Hawking? Black man in a white man's town. He's got trouble. Give me a damn break. Anonymous Radio Graffiti. Yeah, you're a Helen Keller deaf mute. Come on, get it straight. How about 213 Radio Graffiti? Okay, turn down your radio, ass munch. How about Anonymous Radio Graffiti?
Oh, Ghost, it's me. I'm back. I'm just going here to say this real quick. You've got February coming up, Valentine's Day, but it's also, Chinese New Year, Year of the Rooster. I'm going to show you all my black cock. Hey.
All right, shut up, you sick prick. Good God. Is it really the Year of the Rooster? Really? Or is this guy just talking out of his ass? It's the Year of the Cock? It's really the Year of the Cock? Are you kidding me? Man, no wonder China's fruiting up, for Christ's sake. How about 973 Radio Graffiti? We can't understand you because your phone sucks, all right? Look, we're in Trump administration now. You shouldn't have to have Obama phones no more, all right? You need to trade those Obama phones for alarm clocks now because you're going to have to go back to work. 412 Radio Graffiti. Hamzy, Radio Graffiti.
It's a disgrace what took place. It's a disgrace, and I think they ought to apologize.
Shut the fuck up, you stupid son of a bitch. Shut the fuck up. Man, that's not funny, for Christ's sake. Listen, I didn't mean to curse that day. I didn't mean to go off Keiser cursing that day. But, man, don't use that as a splice material. Seriously, man. I was upset. I was angry. Jesus Christ, man. Anonymous Radio Graffiti. I mean, look at this. We got Helen Keller deaf mutes right and left. Good God. How about 516 Radio Graffiti?
I didn't have my hand up, Ghost.
Oh, no kidding. You didn't have your hand up. My bad. But Jesus Christ, man. I mean, how many freaking people are here? Sorry about that, 516. Jesus Christ. It looked like he was taking a crap, too. Hey, I didn't have my hand up. What are you doing? I'm pitching a loaf here. How about 813 Radio Graffiti? That's a decent penis. That's a decent penis there. How about 206 Radio Graffiti?
Make this pussy stop talking. You're not one of the gods, you're one of the god awful. We all got him. We're looking at your cock, this is fat boy, losing my poor sock. Got a fan in your towel.
Man, listen, take your Obama phones and flush them down the toilet, please, all right? Don't call me if your phone sucks. Do not call me if your phone sucks. Jesus Christ. Anonymous Radio Graffiti. Oh, merch. Sell Toho merch. Sell Toho merch. Sell Toho merch. Sell Toho merch. Listen, no, I'm not going to do it. I keep getting requests for it. I'm not going to do it, man. I mean, do you people really want this? I'm serious. I mean, are you serious? I can't even believe I'm contemplating this crap. You know what? Never mind. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost. How are you today?
How's it going?
All right, well, I have a proposition for you. I will stop the Cleveland show called to go and ban the Teutonic Plague.
I don't really care if you do or don't, you stupid fruity bastard. You think you have something to negotiate with? I don't care if you play Cleveland to your anal passage is falling out of your goddamn hole. I don't care. Jesus Christ, you stupid fruity bastard, man. I'm telling you, you know what, God, are you listening? Can you please kill that person that just called up right now? Seriously. I mean, can you make him have a bad accident? Trip over a cordless phone, hit his head, it's over. You know what I'm saying? I'm not joking. I mean, have him accidentally, drop a freaking a blow dryer into the bathtub or in the shower while he's in there. I mean, please, God. I mean, I've had enough of these loser people, man. Why are you doing this to us, God? Why? Why are you allowing these dumb people to walk the face of the earth? Why? God damn it, God. Kill some of these people, please. I mean, honestly, God, is this little bastard that just called up, if that guy's going to heaven, then I don't want to go to heaven, all right? If I'm going to have to kick it with that guy, then I don't want to go, all right? Seriously, all right? Put me in purgatory or something, all right? Jesus Christ. 805, Radio Graffiti.
Secretary Clinton is a fucking bitch.
I have said from the very beginning that I suck big cocks, which is what you're referring to.
Secretary Clinton was sucking my dick for a hamburger at McDonald's.
Senator Sanders is an asshole.
It's very unfair what's happening to Bernie Sanders, actually. It's unfair to him.
Hillary Clinton had to go to jail. She's guilty as hell.
Fucking bitch.
I'm sorry.
What the hell was that? What kind of a freak show splice was that? 352 Radio Graffiti.
Dear Ghost. Dear Ghostler. Dear Ghosty. Can we please
get Toho merch?
You've been selling autographs, T-shirts, and even as far as to make brilliant autographs.
All that's left to do now is give us Toho merch.
If you give us Toho merch, we will keep listening and taking your advice as capitalists.
But this is something we been wanting for a while.
So please
Give us Tohu merch.
Thank you, Ghostler.
Thank you, Ghostler.
Thank you, Ghostler.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
What? 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 Are you all kidding me? Is this for real or is this a joke? Is this some kind of a major troll or something? What the hell? Tohu merch? Are you kidding? Oh, good God. Is this serious? I mean, Jesus Christ, man. I mean, come on. Come on. Oh, my God. Hey, look, give me the mic. Give me the mic. Wait a minute. Now I got Teutonic Plague tweeting me up saying, listen, if they sell enough Tohu merch, will you please unban me? Oh, no. Oh, man. Is that a challenge? Is that a freaking challenge? Oh, my God. I mean, do the Tohu demographic, I mean, first of all, do they care about this that much? And secondly, it would have to be a lot of Tohu merchandise sold to supersede what has been done to Teutonic. It's a very interesting situation here. That's a very interesting situation. See, I've got everybody in the Inner Circle chat room saying, no! No! Never Teutonic! No! Oh, my God. And listen, man, y'all are putting me on the spot now. First of all, I don't even want to sell Tohu merch, all right? I don't even want to sell Tohu merch, all right, first and foremost, okay? Secondly, I don't want to be put on the spot like this. I don't want to be put in the spot like this. People are like, no, keep him banned, but sell Tohu. Oh, my God, I can't believe. You know what? Let me get back to the freaking Radio Graffiti, for heaven's sake, because I can't believe I'm even having this goddamn conversation, for Christ's sake. This conversation alone is turning this into a carpet-munching Monday. Oh, God, man. Y'all are putting me on the spot, man. What a bunch of bastards. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, it's Teutonic. Yes, that was a challenge. I challenge you. If you people want Toho merch that bad, then obviously, if he sells enough, obviously you can take my unbanning. Surely that's a small price to pay for the Toho merch that you want, and you've stated that you want over and over and over, isn't it?
Wait, where the hell did this guy come from? Where the hell did he come from? That was supposed to be anonymous. What the hell? What the hell is going on with my show right now? What is going on with my show right now? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I mean, come on, man. Why are you putting me on the spot, man? Why are you putting me on the spot? Why are you putting me on the spot, man? Oh, God. Give me the mic. Give me the goddamn mic. Why are you putting me on the spot, man? All of you. All of you. Oh, my God. Jeez. I mean, what a day. What a carpet-munching Monday day, for Christ's sake, man. What a carpet-munching Monday. Oh, my God. Jesus Christ. I don't even know if I want to continue anymore, for Christ's sake. We got 8 minutes left. How about 404 Radio Graffiti? Captain Sweden, Radio Graffiti. Y'all hear the chopper? Y'all hear that chopper? There's a freaking chopper over my house! Listen!
Get to the chopper!
Goddamn Charlie! Coming up from the... You know, that's not really funny, man. I've already told you idiots not to do anything about Viet fucking Nam. Jesus, man, what a horrible rodeo. Yeah, this is a goddamn freaky, sick-ass, twisted tohu rodeo. Radio Graffiti is what I meant to say. You people are making me sick right now. You know that? You're making me discombobulate my words. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
He has no style. He has no grace. Lip, has a funny face. He can handstand when he needs to and stretch his arms out just for you. Inflate himself just like a balloon. This crazy song just thinks it's true.
Calling the beautifully redesigned 2017 Mercedes-Benz CLA simply a four-door coupe is like describing a world-class athlete as just a good runner. With its sleek profile and powerful turbocharged engine, the CLA offers agility and design that are unmatched in its class, and it's available now at an exceptional price. Why drive any four-door coupe when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz CLA? Visit MBUSA.com/CLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
All right, that's about enough of that. I don't even know what the hell that was. Jesus Christ. Anonymous Radio Graffiti. All right, we get it. We get it, for Christ's sake. You wish you were in a gay club. We get it. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Hold on. You hear that chopper? What the hell is the chopper doing circling my place, man?
Hello, Ghost. This is Stephen Hawking, and I am here to take revenge on you trying to smear my reputation.
Leave me alone!
Runs away.
Oh, shit! All right! Stop right now! No!
Man, that's not funny. You know, that's not funny, and shut up and stop making fun of the chopper over my house. All right? Don't make fun of that chopper being over my house. I was concerned, damn it. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
All right, well, you know what? Turn down the freaking radio, ass crack, all right? How about 609 Radio Graffiti?
Hi, Ghost. Dormy Sweet here. You should sell Toho merch.
What's going on with the Toho merch? Enough! I mean, why are you putting me on the spot, man? Why are you putting me on the spot, man? Seriously, man. Jesus Christ, man. 973 Radio Graffiti.
Hi, how are you?
What's going on?
Yeah, I just wanted to comment earlier about those women in D.C.
Go ahead, man.
Yeah, well, I actually found a lot of people. It's just almost disgusting how many people do that. You know, like I just opened up my Facebook, for example, and the first thing I see is my aunt marching there, and she's smiling about it.
It's tough to hear, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Can you concoct any kind of rational reason why?
Oh, well, she said she's a Democrat, and she wanted to see Hillary win, and her idea of Trump is not very high. You know, she says like everything he says is bad.
Yeah, that's tough, man. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I'm sorry to hear that people within their families are seeing their Facebooks and seeing their aunts, their cousins, their mothers, sisters at these damn events with pussies on their heads, literally. It's sad. I'm sorry to hear that, son. I'm sorry. That's all I can say. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
I know that there's people tweeting at me saying, "Oh yeah, how come you're not saying it in front of your wife? I bet she wouldn't appreciate that you're calling all of us a bunch of fat slobs." Here, right from my wife's mouth. Do you agree with this crap that's going on here at the Million Woman March?
Absolutely not.
No way. Absolutely.
Shut up, you idiot. How long did it take for you to splice that, you moron? Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Anonymous Radio.
Oh, great. Another idiot Helen Keller deaf mute with his freaking radio on too loud. How about 213 Radio Graffiti?
He slowly came up behind Tommy and then leaped at him. He landed on Tommy's back and miraculously his dick found the infant's virgin asshole.
No, we're not doing that fanfic crap here. You understand me? I'm serious. And whoever is reading that, I hope that you know what? I hope that you're. You know what? Never mind. I hope you die. I hope you die, and I hope you die soon. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Mass Pony Radio Graffiti.
My name is Cleveland Brown, and I am proud to be.
Yeah. What else is new, for Christ's sake, man? I mean, listen. If I had to go around with that deformed head and face of Mass Pony, I'd be desperate for attention too. So I don't blame that stupid little fart. How about 405 Radio Graffiti?
Hey, what's up, Ghost Baby? How you doing?
What's going on?
Hey, bruh, I just want to know if I can get a number 9, a number 9 large, a number 6 with extra dip.
You know what? That's the caking. That's the icing on the damn cake. I've had enough of this crap. It's a carpet munching Monday. All right, we've talked about these fat skankusauruses out there at the damn Million Woman March. I mean, I'm done. Stick a goddamn fork in me. I'm done. Give me the mic. I'm done, okay? I'm done with this crap. I mean, I've been bombarded with all kinds of garbage. I mean, I'm being put on the spot for Tohu merch, for Christ's sake. Listen, I got to go, okay? I'll be back tomorrow for a goddamn Taco Tuesday. All right, follow me on Twitter. The Twitter name to follow is Politics Ghost, all one word, no underscores, Politics Ghost. And, of course, add to your favorites or your bookmark blogtalkradio.com/ghost. I'm going to be here tomorrow for a Taco Tuesday. Hopefully we have a little bit better of intellectual conversation and not such debates about Tohu merch and the Teutonic Plague. I mean, I can't believe this. I can't believe you people. You can go screw yourself. Go screw yourself.